And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, true. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. On two box. Gets across the retake. Aware that it may be dark. USP! Oh man, Frosty, he's got it!
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say anything. QBY with an 81 angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. Has to say now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go.
The clutches out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
Hello guys and welcome to another game in the Contender League Volpid Series. I will be your caster, Ryan Rumbles, as usual. Maybe some of you are here from the previous matchup as well, in which Case Calls got eliminated. And we are here for another elimination matchup, actually a best of 3 between Null 8 Rhythm and Inferus Academy. It's definitely going to be interesting to see both of them on 1-2 bracket right now, and one of them is going to drop out. Both teams have had several roughly the same level of success. Talking about ECA as well, and realistically, it should be a rather fair matchup this time around. But we've seen that Inferus can fight the heels of much stronger opponents. They've had possibly better individual performances, so it's going to be interesting for sure. We are preparing the V2 as well for this game, and it should be ready to see here soon. and yeah, just waiting for it to run now. And yeah, banned first is Overpass actually. I think that's not. The logo is not right on the stream, the Storm Next logo, but the second ban is going to be Dust 2. Fair ban. I mean, Overpass, man, Overpass has been a prior ban for a while now. I feel like it hasn't slipped by very much recently. It's like it's been difficult to deal with, really. Wait, am I? Yeah, I was looking at the wrong game actually. I was prepared to some other game. In fact, we are having an Inferus against Inferus against Storm Next this time around. We see Storm Next picking Vertigo. I believe Vertigo has been played several times already by Storm Next, possibly as well. Though I don't know. I think they played that against Quick Play in the round 3 game in which they lost. So it will be interesting to see what will be brought in this time. Nuke will be the decider, and Inferus' pick will be Inferno, something they played a lot actually, but something they didn't have a lot of success with in ECEA. I'm really sorry for the confusion earlier into the stream. I was somewhat confused. We already had Inferus Academy in the late game. I was just mixing it all up in my head. So yes, we are here in fact for the Inferus Academy against Storm Next game, and these teams are both on 2-1 brackets, so a bit higher, and one of them could secure promotion here. Currently on the better round difference is Inferus Academy. They're sitting on +8. Storm Next have suffered a bit, for most possibly because of the best of 3 series against Quick Play, which they lost rather dryly, and it's definitely going to have to be a bounce back from them. Looks like both teams are ready very soon as well. All of them are actually in the server already, and I'm gonna have to quickly add to Sanita is a muted player. In fact, we still have these around. I know Quick Play International will give me a huge headache with that because they had, I think, 3 pre-muted players, but it's all working for me now. And yeah, Storm, they've been doing well in this so far. Honestly, they landed a hard opponent in the face of Quick Play, who have been currently running over everyone, and they have already secured, obviously, the promotion to Royal Series together with 95 Vikings. So they've been doing very good. But now is the opportunity for either Storm Next or Inferus Academy to bounce back as well and get that very, very sweet spot for themselves. The Loza obviously falling into the 2-2 bracket, then having to play 5th round games, which will drag on for a while, but it might have to be mandatory here. But yeah, looking at the individual performances, still I'd like to point out Inferus Academy. We've seen them several times on stream already. The likes of Roxiva, who's brought on so many crazy kills. What we've seen through the smoke, several multi kills, even on ECA, he has 5 aces currently. So definitely one of the key players for Inferus Academy here if they want to have a chance here. And yeah, I feel like these maps could favor Storm Next a little bit, but Inferus Academy definitely have a chance here. They actually won on Overpass recently, which is a big thing. That one time it did slip by the ban phase, and yeah, we should be starting very, very soon now. The teams are ready. Storm Next lining up with Hakim, Sterless, Tash, Spiker, Surfhooks. Like we saw them last time. And Inferus Academy going with Steel, a Danish gamer, Brandvarm, Friday, and Demonic. Also pretty much the same as we have already seen. So yeah, storm next, well, you might have seen the most recent stream, which they played against Quick Play. They lost 7-16 both maps. These were Mirage and Vertigo, in fact. So will be interesting to see what will Vertigo bring this time around, because I think whoever watched that game remember what Quick Play did there to them. It was hilarious, but it was also sad to see, because it wasn't really looking like serious Counter-Strike at the time. But I guess that's something Quick Play just likes to do. So we are starting Hero Hour, storm next against Inferus Academy. First map being Vertigo. It should not be a knife round. Or is it? No? Because, well, the maps have been decided, and yes, it will be. Since it's storm next map pick, I believe Inferus will be switching sides, and yes, they're taking on the CT side. Now the wait is over. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, and we'll see. Talking about the higher bracket games, we still have some important ones. Obviously, Incentive Arise, who lost to 95 Vikings. They're still up against Sinister tomorrow, I believe, and then there's going to be a one-man army against Capybara as well. One of these teams will be able to get promotion, which is huge, because well, they've been a bit of underdogs so far, but they're still stealing some good performances. Storm next going with some decent amount of utility. One P250 in the hand of Tash as well. Very luring and slow game right now from Storm next. They really don't want to peek anything. They don't want to. They don't want to clash into anything. But they're slowly crawling onto top mid, clearing everything in the process. There's one player left behind as well, I believe. That's Spiker actually checking B stairs, maybe to cause a possible upset there, or to just pincer the CTs inside. Surface gets his kill, but Inferus Academy are replying fast. Danish gamer getting 2, Spiker is still standing. 3-day, however, nope, it is not his kill. Brandvarm gets that for himself, and Spiker goes down. 4-0 round for Inferus Academy, and that was a decent pistol for them. Storm next had a good idea in mind, trying to clamp that B site down, but it just didn't work out for them. Inferus Academy, they are investing heavily into utility here, going with 4 MP9s. This is something we don't see very often. Recently, the teams have been going very heavily into rifles. First thing around, post 1 pistol round, and this could work out obviously on Vertigo. A good utility usage is going to delay a lot, and Steel gets a triple kill with the FAMAS. This is something nice to see. Stairless gets one back, but Brandvarm, a Danish gamer, already in place. Storm next having no say in this whatsoever, and this is almost a copy of the pistol round. Inferus nicely converting that, and they are 2-0 up now. Will they invest into something further as well, or are they going to keep some more MP9s in play? It seems like it's Steel will be the only one investing into the A1S. Rest of them going with the MP9s against AK-47s. Going to be difficult, but we still have to see what can Storm next come up with tactically. Well, Demonic and Danish came, and pushing up top mid wasn't the best of decisions. They get sprayed down immediately, and rest of Inferus now scattered across the map. There is no real opportunity for them to hold everything under their control. Tash already gets rid of 3-day, and that is a pass onto B site. However, rest checking the possibility to move towards A, which is pretty clean, but looks like that bomb together with Stairless is moving over to B. Might still be a fake to be honest, but that smoke being lined up too cooler. This might definitely be a B take here. Inferus only have 2 players standing as well, but they're still fighting for it. There's going to be a nade chucked in there as well, but well, it doesn't find any recipient. Now that bomb is running all the way over to a side, and Spiker was in the corner unnoticed and gets both of them down. So storm next to get one round back. And Inferus, they do have money to make a semi-buy happen once again, but I feel like they're going to be going with minimal buy. Actually, no, they're just going to make a very clean half buy in all A1S and two MP9s, in fact, and a Deagle. So there's everything. There's currently everything on the tray. Storm next going with everything what they had, plus a stolen A1S. It's a bit tricky. Only one diffuse kit as well in the hands of Inferus Academy. Brandworm, obviously, usually the player who is very safely on site this time. It's a site that's being more guarded, but there is really no ramp action being ramped up from Inferus side. They're currently sitting on very passive positions. They don't want to initiate anything. Probably learned that from the last round as well, where the top mid aggression was immediately punished. And Cash has actually walked up very far onto stairs and hasn't made any contact yet. Now understood that there is Friday there. Actually connected with him as well. Chunked down a bit of HP as well there in the process. But it looks like the following push is going to commence on A site. And that B was just a little bit of a fake. But it looks like Inferus ready for it as well. They had the majority of map presence over towards A site. Only one player up close, to be honest, that being Brandworm. They are checking scaffolds as well, but Storm next being extremely patient. They like doing that, and that was probably one of the causes why they lost a lot of rounds against quick play as well. Even though they didn't do exactly bad, they just they played a bit too passive, and you might need to make more movement happen on T side and Vertigo, but it is working out now. They definitely kind of won the utility battle. They made their way onto site, but Inferus still has all their men standing. Demonic actually plays it for the favor of Inferus, but Tash gets one back. Danish gamer is being dropped. It's a 4-on-4 post-plant situation. Rare to see, especially on Vertigo. Style gets one with the MP9, but there's not enough. Now it's just Demonic with an AWP, and he might get to save it, but there is no real chance of him escaping from that corner because they are ready to check it. They're ready to take him down if he's going to slip by, but he tries to back away nicely, not to aggress with anyone. Surfrooks is going to be on the trail. Both of them going to chase him down. It's going to be tough for him to save this. One's definitely going to come from the right side. He gets Huckham. Will he get the second as well? Oh, but he dies to the explosion anyways. Surfrooks only takes a little bit of damage there. And it's 2-2 now. The economy of Storm next looking decent as well. They can still get all their guns back, and looks like Inferus are going to be forced onto an eco here. 2 nades being bought. This is interesting. Maybe expecting something stacking B and expecting some stir action there. And yes, indeed, the nades are being brought over to B side. Will they put them into use right away? It seems like it, which might be a waste because there's no one there yet. Instead, Storm going with a split this time around, top mid, being cleared by Stairless with the Mac-10 and does it very efficiently. Danish gamer being dropped, picks up the USP from him as well, just using everything they can. Surfhooks gets Demonic down, which is very important. Now all of that map is under their control. Stairless gets another one, and Inferus, it seems like they will get no replies in that round, and it's just going to go dryly into the pocket of Storm next. It's still an opportunity to get at least one pick to boost that economy a little bit for Inferus, but it's going to be really tough. Even though the bomb hasn't been planted yet, there is Friday just appearing for a short second, but now taking his head away because he don't really want to battle that AWP with a USP. They get that Mac-10 actually, which was dropped from Stairless, but how are they going to make that retake happen with it? That Incendiary doesn't really bother Surflux. He can still hold the corner of the ramp there. There's no problem for him there. And Tash gets Friday down. Now it's just Delay standing with the Mac-10. Looks like he's going to save it. No, he's just battling with himself. Maybe going to take someone down with him, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Storm, oh dear, it just peaked at the back time, and Spiker takes him out of play. Storm next gets the control of this game, but Inferus can make a gun buy happen now. So we'll see what's going to happen. Stile on 8 kills right now, doing the best of Inferus Academy. Meanwhile, on the other side, storm next actually having very equal amount of kills, the highest being Sterilus. He has made some nice opening frags as well, but this is just the most. Storm has been very efficient. You know, they keep a lot of players alive. They don't even involve themselves in a lot of trades early on. Just make your way efficiently onto sites, and you don't need to waste players. And Sterilus actually goes down. Surfux finds the reply, but Demonic finds Spiker. So it's just going to be a 4-on-2. In fact, Inferus now taking charge of that round. The bomb is down. Hakim gets it, and it's going to be a difficult push up ramp. Storm next are going to go on forward with it. They're still holding that up as well. Basically, you'd want to save that in a situation like that, but they can rebuy it in the next round. But it's not the best choice to just throw it down the drain here. Oh, Surfux was pushed a bit too far off forward. Gets taken out. Hakim gets the trade immediately, but he's up against 3. He's holding the bomb, and he can ever so slowly make his way onto site. Maybe even use one utility now just to smoke down and plant with it. No one's going to molly the scaffolds first. Back alley, ready to take a trade, but no one's peeking him yet. Look at how patient Inferus Academy is. 3 days as well, just waiting for the demo peek to happen, but no, Hakim went in first. Didn't expect Steel at the back and gets punished for that. Inferus Academy tying it up now. Also stealing an AK, so this is definitely a good round for them. It isn't an equal buy, definitely looking at Inferus Academy right now. They're a bit hampered. MP9, a couple of them out on the board. Really not the best buy, but they do have armor. They have the utility. Once again, the nades go off a little bit too early. They expect Storm to rush in, but that's not the kind of team Storm next is. And Ash easily gets the kill for himself and waits it out nicely. However, 3day pushes up and gets him down. Nice bit of action coming in from Infer's side. 4-on-4 very early into the round. We see some movement coming in from Storm next towards ramp. Demonic really doesn't want to push the smoke as well, trying to get someone exiting from it, but it doesn't work out. Sterilus and Spiker doing very well nicely. That flash as well, had to avoid it, but still Demonic going down. Danish Gamer hoping to find someone on top mid, maybe a lurker, but it is not coming his way really. Hakim has to go and retrieve the bomb all the way from spawn, which is leaving a bit of an open window for Inferus to strike back here after they get their players taken out of play. Danish Gamer, last man standing with the MP9. Going to be up against 3 hungry Thorb next players. Even the bomb hasn't been planted, they want to take the trade first, but Danish Gamer not to be found, and gets a nasty surprise there. 4-3 for Storm next right now. They are taking the lead back once again, and looks like Inferus Academy forced onto Nico, just as we saw a couple rounds back. A 5-7 being brought in, but this time no utility, no nothing. No extras for Inferus Academy. They're going in dry. And still not really stacking a site, not really aggressing in any way. They are pushing downstairs this time, and Tash is ready to receive any bullets coming his way, but he's just going to molly off the passage and forgetting about it. Surfux, nice entry to site. Brandvarm gets taken out of play. Inferus on the chase now. They have to reposition to take that A side back, but it's not working out very well. Surfux gets another one down, gets another one. 3 days being felled as well. There goes Steel A. And this is probably going to be a Mac 10 ace. That's going to be nasty if this really does happen. And yeah, there it is. Surfux gets Demonic as well, and a very nice round for Storm next, and an excellent round for Surfux himself. Inferus debating of how much into depth they want to go, because, well, once again, they're dropping onto absolute zero, absolute bottom of the barrel economy. They're forcing a scout out as well, in fact, and some M4s there, A1Ss, and very minimal utility. You can't really defend A side too much with it. Brandvarm in a nice position, actually. Demonic as well. but they can't get the kills. They do get the damage onto storm Next, which is important because there's a lot to play into that round. The storm Next still have to make their presence known on the site. They do have a lot of utility unused, a total of 6 flashes, I think. No, even more. And yeah, that just shows storm Next is being incredibly patient, but it's just going to bite them at the back. Once again, Demonic gets touched down, and an A site push has crawled into a halt. Actually, Spiker just spams through and gets Brandworm down. Demonic being flashed, still gets the kill, launches Stairless. Nice play by him, and 4-on-3. The Scout is still standing as well, but it doesn't really have an opportunity to do anything. Peeks through the smoke with it. 3Day comes from the back to help him out. It's a bit difficult right now, but that retake is definitely up for Inferus, and they get rid of Hakim as well. 3-on-1 situation for them turned into just them against the bomb, and it's going to be an easy defeat. There was a lot of time left, and they get back into the game nicely. Some nice stolen AKs as well as the loot, and they won't let storm Next just run away with too many consecutive rounds, which is very important for them. They want to keep themselves in the game, and this is what they've been doing so far. Storm Next obviously going with an aggressive buy. They have the money, so why not? They have an op in the hands of Surflux once again. It's been put into very good use. We've seen it all around the map, but we also saw his Mac 10 causing even more chaos, to be honest, and we'll see where it makes its way this time. Once again on ramp, obviously, trying to clear it early. No real connection there. Still A just refreshing the smoke. Brandworm actually took a lot of damage. So did Steel A, just going down. Tash as well. Spiker is on 1 HP. And, well, Demonic still holding ramp. It's going well for them. Hakim is being dropped as well. And Storm just peeking one by one. It's not working out at all. Now it's going to be Stairless against them. And, well, he gets a free pass upstairs. Gets Demonic down. So a very good peek from him. And that opens up the fray for Storm Next to follow up and maybe get that site locked down. Brandworm stuck against that smoke. And he gets nearly taken out as well. Just one bullet whiffed past him there. Has to be very careful as well. And that nade from 3Day did a lot of damage. Spiker goes down, but he was on 1 HP anyways, if I remember correctly. Stairless now loses half due to another nade being thrown in. 3Day gets Stairless down, and it's going to be a 2-on-1. Surflux holding an interesting angle with the AWP, but just couldn't make out where Brandworm's head is, and just wasn't in time to get that flick on. So Inferus Academy get another round, and a nice retake from them. Once again, it's going down the same path right now. Looks like a tactical pause being called by Inferus Academy, in fact. So interested to see what are they gonna be talking about here, because well, they've been doing decent so far. Storm Next have been getting the rounds they need to against obvious ecos, against half buy. So we'll see what's gonna happen now. It's going to be full buy against full buy, absolutely. And this time, obviously, not enough money for Surflux to rebuy a AWP. They need to get that utility game back up again as well. Demonic, however, is going with an AWP this time around, and well, either side could lose their economy very easily right now. Storm Next do have the loss opponents backing them up, but it's not everything currently. Stairless, in fact, boasting a massive 119 utility damage. I was surprised because I thought Inferus is doing a lot more because they have been stacking these nades, but most of them have missed their mark, especially on B site, because the stair pushes have been very slow. Just like this time around, Surflux gets a kill on the other side of the map, and look at how free he is, scouring around A site. But Brandworm had enough of that and gets Surflux down. But this is still Storm Next, crawling up towards B. There's only one man holding them back. That's 3Day, just welcoming them head on if they do make that boost happen. And, well, I think he definitely saw someone there now. He's going to throw that smoke in. And, whoa, wow, one already escaped. And there goes 3Day. Tash gets him down. So that's going to be a very fast plant looking to happen right away. But Inferus still have an AWP up. They have Danish gamer up who gets dashed down so easily, pretty much through the smoke. Tash only popped his head out, and that was That was all that's needed there. A nice boost over the top, but that wasn't good enough. Hakan gets one, might even get the second. It's suddenly a 3-on-2 situation, and that's going bad for Inferus Academy. There's only the open play. Demonic gets a kill with it, and now has to save it. Still checking back if anyone's on the trail, and that might be the case. storm next not aggressing right away. Demonic being very patient when he gets Spiker as well, which is huge, because you need to drop these weapons out of play. Storm next. Well, Hakan probably won't fight him. Demonic is still looking for these fights and might get him. Oh, but the screen was shaking from the explosion and he just couldn't land it. Hakan gets the spray on and gets him down. Demonic loses the AWP, which is very unfortunate. And there goes that Storm next once again, getting that lead up, and Inferus looking to follow through with a deco this time around. Some bits of utility as well. It's just gunplay looking to happen anytime soon now. There's aggression looking to happen. Bomb is being brought over, but we'll see if this is actually going to happen. We'll still see one lurker behind as well. Hakan is all the way base, throwing these flashes in now, and they might aggress any second. Once again, it's only one player on B side, actually, that being Friday. So, it's going to be really tough for him. Stila is coming in for support. But Storm next, they're all already lined up there for the boost and throwing the smokes in and just heading it full power, full force ahead. And now it's all raining in. Hakan doesn't even get them down right away. Friday still gets some damage down. Hakan loses his life, actually. Stila, nice kill there, but still not enough. The hatch gets Stila down. It's a 3-on-4, and Inferus locked out with the Deagles. Don't really have an opportunity. Oh, that 1D was very close from Brandvarm, but it doesn't hit it. Danish Gamer is dropped. Demonic just so as well, and Brandvarm might be following up very, very soon. And there it is. Storm next getting their 7th round, and well played by them right now. Probably the largest lead they've had as well so far. So it is obviously going into the later rounds, into this first half as well. They want to secure better economy. Inferus going with another eco. It's just looking pretty grim for them right now. Storm running away with this T side would be a bit tough, and maybe even unrecoverable, but we're gonna have to see what's happening. A very rare sight to see TP entry being smoked off, but we finally see Tash still gets Demonic down. That's no problem for him. There's enough one-ways there. Brandvarm gets Tash in quick reply there. 4-on-4. So far, the pistol round has been good for Inferus. They get another player, so it has turned on its head right now. Still one man up, and Storm next trying to find a way onto the site now. Once again, just lining up there. Sterling does get Danish Gamer down. Spiker throwing that molly in, and they are moving in full swing now. Friday has stolen that AK, so has Brandvarm. Stila is just burning to a crease through that molly, but still survives somehow on 9 HP. Fearless took a bit of damage. Surfox gets Brandvarm down. It's going to be really tough now for Inferus Academy. They are looking to save these guns. These AKs are going to be very vital for them in the next round. And they're just going to run far, far away from all that trouble. Storm next, as usual, are going to commit to that chase very early on. They just look at how far they've already come. And Inferus might not even get to save it. They're in pretty good positions, of course, to get exit kills instead against Storm next. But, Stila is going to come from Catwalk side instead. No! It's going to be very close up, and Spiker gets him. Nice reactions from him to get a double kill late into the round. The Storm next 8-5 up there, and to get a nice win on their map pick, obviously. Inferus, well, what can you do in this situation? It's going to be 2 rounds left until the end of the half. They're getting everything out. They have an AWP, they have MP9, but they have the rifles as well. Looking a bit treepish on the utility side of things, but they do have the smokes that need to be thrown down a lot more earlier if they want to force Storm next back, and if they want to make them waste some time. But even then, we see Tash just playing so freely around B stairs, and he has been kind of that joker in play several times. Makes that trade happen, which still opens up the portal for storm next to either re-aggress to B site and then clear up A site instead. Because Inferus, when they lose that one player, it's going to be much tougher for them. They already hold very passive positions, as we see this time around as well. Friday and Brandvar very much off-site, and it's going to be awkward for them to take any fights here. Friday might get taken out right away. That nade doesn't do anything because they backed away. Brandvarm gets one with the AWP, but that just might be a consolation kill. Brandvarm is being chased. Surfux comes flying in with a Tech 9, but Friday has enough of that. Still a 1-4, and once again, they want to hunt him down. Friday just wasn't clean enough with the shot. Tash gets him, and it's 9-5 for Storm next, and they're looking to get that half secured nicely. Inferus, well, they need to force. It's going to be the last round anyways. MP9's brought in Aethermas as well, but yeah, the contrast between these buys and overall the gunplay has been very clear so far, as Storm next have definitely been softly dominating this game. And obviously a night and day performance as well on the Vertigo T side from Storm next compared to what it was against Quick Play. I mean, Quick Play was just all around demolishing them, and they had no way to even set their foot onto sites. And Tash, once again, a nice opener, and that B stairs is just the key location for Storm next to get these early kills in, and they just keep on happening. This time it's going to be Brandvarm holding that early contact, gets Tash down, but there's going to be more following up that. Flash goes over the top. Brandvarm already was nearly blown to bits there, but still escapes with only 24 points of damage taken. The smoke wall is nicely set in place, and Storm next can probably just wait the round out. They're going to refresh the smokes as well, and Inferus Academy have no way of aggressing their Hakim. Some friendly fire mixed in there as well. Spiker took it in the chin, but that's all for the team because Hakim gets all these kills for himself, and a 10-5 half from Storm next. Inferus, well, they don't have a mountain to climb, but they do have a hill to climb here, and we're gonna have to see how their T side is gonna roll out. So looking at skill board so far, well, skill board as well. Looking at Storm next, who have been definitely the shinier performance tonight. 13 kills shared equally between Stairless and Surfux. There is also Hakim and Spiker on 12, so they've been slowly climbing together, as we saw before. Inferus had these individual performances. That is still the case. However, Storm X was demolishing that B site so easily early on into the rounds that Inferus really had no replies there. It's gonna be a ramp push from Inferus Academy coming in. Stele as the wild card left and top mid. Inferus fires some warning shots. Have decided that the coast is clear, and they are moving in, sailing onto site. It's a lot of bullets exchanged, but actually no damage taken from either side, and they are rotating themselves over. That was a nice play, and Stele, being that wild card he was early in, gets in fact 2 kills. Spiker and Surfux both dropped by his block, and these were very vital. However, Inferus still didn't really get a clean plant happen. They can now, but no, it's still Demonic having to fight Danish Gamer. Still drops one more. They're 5-on-2, but Storm next making them struggle a bit, and Tash gets 2, might even get more, but no, Stele and Danish Gamer, well, there was just too much for him to deal with there. Inferus get that pistol round on their T side now, and looking to close that gap as fast as possible to make their climb happen. And you can see that there's no patience shown from them. They are immediately investing into AKs, Agalil and Mac-10s as well. So heavy fire brought into play right away. Storm next looking to back a ramp. It seems one player left towards B. Early utility use, storm NXT don't have a lot to boast with in this round. They do have a couple of flashes and the nade, which nades which they haven't been using a lot, honestly. Inferus have been, I think, more prominent with the utility usage. Brandwam with excellent entry, but still just sent him flying with that one shot. Well, he had lost a lot of health there in the process, anyways. But that doesn't stop Inferus from planting the bomb. Obviously, they just make their way onto B site and make it happen nice and easy. From next 2 players standing, like a little might need to be saved. But will it get into a safe position is the question. Looks like so far Steerless isn't being threatened by anything. Biker is being taken out. Steerless is in a very open position. He's being exposed to all angles. And if he wants to get that kill for himself, he has to fight for it. And against Demonic, who was luckily looking at only at ramp. So it seems like he won't make contact with anyone as of this moment. And does get that kill for the team. 7th round for Inferus, so their T side start has been decent so far. Obviously, it's just been the pistol and the follow-up round, but now we might, we won't get to see a rifle round yet because storm next they're just gonna go with the Stoll and Galil. The rest of them going with pistols. Ashen is CZ, but he's proven to be deadly on anything, as we saw on the T side. What troubles he caused on that T stairs, it was just demonic and a little bit of a boost on top mid. Not really necessary, and they won't find anything there. Storm next. They boost several players up there actually, but it really comes to nothing because Inferus are everywhere in every other place except there. So that bomb is straight down the middle. Inferus looking to open up B side, but first is going to be a opening pick on A side instead. Demonic with a Mac 10. Hakim had no chance to make anything happen. Didn't even get to fire a single bullet, it seems. Bomb needs to be retrieved, obviously. Tash is still holding top mid. Friday gets Spiker down, so Inferus looking to just charge this round down completely. They're getting Tash as well, who was very late to be site now. And, well, there's one more. Steelers with the Galil is finally entering the battlefield. A little bit of a peekaboo there, and Danish Gamer gets the kill. Nice Inferus Academy just peeking out there, confusing them as much as possible. Very, very difficult for Steelers, and also for Surfhooks, who misses all the shots, and Inferus getting their 3rd consecutive round now. However, this is finally the first where Storm next will make a full buy happen. Immediately, the AWP is being brought back into play as well. Surfhooks, he has been excellent with it so far, and that might be a much more difficult round for Inferus to take this time around. But they got that ball rolling. They can definitely play on that T side. We saw that 3-day playing like Tash did. If it was the first half, very early rush into B stairs, trying to clear it as fast as possible. They don't even clear every corner, but they just check for anybody playing around good, and it's been working out so far. That smoke comes in a bit late from Tash. They already have players present there, and there might be a boost up, and 3-day is absolutely already there, but he might get sprayed down. No, Surfhooks and Demonic actually involved with a trade there. Surfhooks is still standing, so one AWP is still in play, and that's going to be Storm next. Oh, might be some contact there. Hakim definitely saw the head and stopped, and ready to see what's going to happen. Surfhooks gets delay down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Inferus still waiting to make a push to somewhere, but they're losing players slowly and surely. 3-day is dropped, and they can't reclaim the bomb because Brandmar, well, he was in a very open position there. Danish Gamer does get one back, but he's against 3, and the bomb is just in a very bad position. Surfhooks has good vision of anyone pushing up there, and also Spiker below. So the best Danish Gamer can do is honestly be in CT spawn and just wait for anyone to come at him instead. He's going to make that slow push happen. He has only 20 seconds over, so he can't I don't think he can make a plant happen even if anything, everything just luckily falls into his pocket. But that doesn't seem to be the case. There was one player close, that was Sir Fox, who missed his shot, but still, Danish gamer scared enough to back away and save that AK for himself and carry it over to the next round. Storm 11 with their 11th, however, and they might get that CT side rolling now. Inferus, well, their economy wasn't really hampered by Demonic getting the ult back into play as well. So far, it's really been a back and forth game, and you can't really fault either side. Like I said before as well, it could be seen as a very equal game, and so far both sides have proven just that. Very interesting composition of Arsenal from Storm Next. They have an ult, and they also have a scout actually in the hands of Tash, and that scout is holding B stairs. That fire rate of scout obviously is good enough to hold that position, but you might, if you have a trade coming right into your face there, you're gonna lose your health before you hit a lucky headshot, or you're just gonna damage someone into the body. And just surely enough, Inferus opening up a side instead. 2 ramp kills, very important for Inferus to push up forward. Nobody on scaffolds. Hakim is ready to take it, rushing into back alley to see if anyone's there. Meanwhile, a trade once again. Biker going down as well. There goes Hakim. He was a bit too late to the party there, and Tash, surprisingly, the only one standing with his scout, which is gonna trade away for an A1S now, because he's gonna have to get ready for combat in any second now. That bomb is still not planted. Now finally Danish Gamer gets it done, and Tash, well, it's his choice if he wants to save it. He might not get to anyways, because might chase him down. Oh, and there's a flank coming. Look at where I thought Demonic was pushing up to top mid, but he isn't actually. So Tash is just might be safe from all issues really. He's gonna pull all the way back to a site and just escape that trouble, and the bomb explosion included. Yeah, it's nice to see neither team being thrown around and vertigo like we saw from quick play games. It's surprisingly balanced. It's a nice matchup, honestly. Both teams, both individually as well. We see everything being on level, on par, and the utility damage has been shaken up a bit now. Storm Next have really proved to be the better of the two sides with it. Spiker has already 200 of it. And I haven't seen a lot of nades recently, but we have seen some incendiaries like this one being thrown in very early. However, Inferus just disregard it and get past it without taking almost any damage. Run on. They get another trade in as well. They're not even a trade because they are not losing players. Finally, Sterlis lands a 1D onto Steel A, but that might be the one and only kill they get from this round because Inferus already have the bomb down. And Sterlis and Sir Fox, they have to figure something out with the Deagles. They aren't really weapons you should be saving anyway. So maybe you can challenge for some kills, but it doesn't seem like any good of a deal here. Sir Fox has left the game, and it seems like tactical pause has been already called as well. From Storm Next side, so I wonder what's the issue here, but we'll see if Sir Fox will make it back into the game safely. Storm Next definitely need him, of course, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a 4 or 5 so far. We are going to be waiting for Sir Fox, but yeah, we're going to analyze the recent rounds a little bit. Inferus has been decent on the T side. Obviously, Storm Next hasn't had a lot to say, but Inferus playing a bit as aggressive as Storm Next has, especially around B site. Honestly, the stairs control has been massive. Something like we see Banana and Inferno being used. Always one or two players planted there, and you'd like to play around it. This has kind of been the strategy around here this time. And yeah, kill-wise, Brandvarm has taken the lead. Actually, 19 for him, and overall, it's really equal. I'm still waiting on Surfolks to be back. The technical pause was actually called earlier into the last round, so I wonder if they had difficulties already during that. It looks like no replay is going to be made. We just have to wait him back. So yeah, if we want to be looking at the brackets a little bit, storm next. If they could qualify from this, it could be great for them because yeah, that quick play international game was a big blow to their face. It was a tough matchup honestly for them, and so far they only played Inferno coming into this, and then against Quick Play, who were absolute masters of Vertigo. Vertigo, one of their best maps as well, but so far stormX proving that they can absolutely play her, and Inferus Academy, of course, not taking any shorter step either. So the teams who have been eliminated already are just Moses, AUX3, and Case Calls. We're going to be looking at that for a while, and like I said earlier, the teams already promoted into the Royal Series are Quick Play International and 95 Vikings. We're going to see one more joining them from tonight's game, and we're going to have a lot more of these tomorrow. Some promotion games, then elimination games as well. Looks like Surfer still isn't back, so I'm wondering what exactly is the problem here. Might be really a technical difficulty, but then again, he didn't just automatically disconnect. But he's back here now, which is nice to see. So we should be resuming the game shortly. Yeah, what I realized here is that Inferus are not playing with Roxava, who was one of the key players actually so far. Definitely in ECA and in here as well. But looks like they can do very well without him as well. And the climb on T side continues to reduce the gap and maybe take the lead as well. We're gonna see a very equal gun round here. This time around, 3-Day once again pushing. He gets stuck behind the smoke a little bit, but luckily doesn't lose his life because Storm next really wasn't searching for the kill either. Spiker gets one against Farm, and yeah, his Tash who was guarding B site and fell back all the way actually down to default. So still a good hold for Storm next because they get another player down. Both Brandworm and Demonic are dead. Storm next in control of that round now. They have the weapon advantage clearly. Inferus Academy trying to stick together as close as possible, trying to minimize the risks, and now clearing that ramp is going to be difficult. There is one player very close, that being Stairless, right behind these concrete bags, but will they even meet him is the question. They might actually pull back. No, they are pressing Steelay, looking forward to see if there is any boosts there, but Stairless peeks out at the perfect time, gets to, and the 2-1 trade just does it good enough. Surfhook's already in place, get 3-Day down, and Storm X get their lead back 12-10. Looking a bit better for them, but Inferus can still make a very good buy happen here, getting everything back, and it's just going to be a replay. So yeah, take 2 for Inferus Academy, maybe they can improve on what they did last round. It seems like it. They still once again moving one player more towards B. This time top mid, however, not exactly B stairs. Tash is guarding it heavily anyways. No top mid presence from storm next, so this could be an opportunity. Oh, I'm sorry, Hakami is there, in fact, positioned nicely. Spiker already gets Danish Gamer and Steelay down, so there goes that. 3Day kind of stuck there as well. Oh, the bomb is all the way back as well. Inferus gonna lose some time. They might lose some more players in the process as well. Haka might come down now. They might aggress onto Inferus Academy, just chase them down on their side of the map. Ash already looking to do that. 3Day being dropped. Just 2 against 5 now, and it's a mountain of a task for Inferus Academy. Yeah, this round is slowly crawling towards its end. Looks like Inferus, they have no plan really here. They try to clear every corner where storm next could be surprising them from, but yeah, they currently not even going for the bomb. It looks like it's going to be the last 30-second run, and it's going to be really difficult in that situation where you're going to be up against 5 defenders. You don't know where they are. They haven't got a clue right now because they've been stuck to that CT side. And, well, okay, that's an interesting position save-in for Demonic, to say the least. But, I mean, if he goes out with the AK, it's going to be dropped anyway, so decent enough there. I don't think Storm next is going to rush into T-spawn, but what do you know? Yes, there is contact, actually. Brandvarm gets Sterilus down, but that's only 1 gun, so no major blow into Storm next armor there, and they have set Inferus back a little bit. They can't make a full buy happen any longer. Inferus had 2 attempts to win a gun round, but they failed, so now they have to demote to a Deagle and Mac 10 on 2 players, so even more difficult here. Storm next slowly crawling towards a map win as well. Brandvarm takes minimal damage from that incendiary Demonic backing him up there, and there might be a crawl up actually. Tash is very close quarters already, and looking to just smoke it. Well, he has to use it to defuse the Molotov, and they're still rushing in. Tash is, well, his presence is known, but he still gets a kill, which is nice. Peeks over the top. Well, if that spray would have connected, we would have seen probably the kill of the round, but it just didn't happen there. Tash wasn't lucky, and it did not connect whatsoever. 3Day is somehow surviving on 2 HP, still holding the AWP. And looks like it's going to be Inferus' round. They can make that plant happen. Well, Sir Fuchs had an opportunity to slow them down and to get the kill. That Incendiary could do something, but no, it's just right between the smokes. And one more is being thrown to just to silence it. Brandvarm gets the finishing kills and provides the nice closure to that round. Inferus fighting their way back into it, and it's just that lost bonus is being thrown around. Inferus now get all their bits and pieces back, and actually going with a dual off setup, which is interesting to see. One in the hands of Danish Gamer, one in the hands of Demonic. It's a bit difficult to play with AWP so aggressively on T side and Vertigo, but on A side it could work out. One of them is being positioned towards top mid, expecting a push to happen, but that doesn't. Indeed, Brandvarm gets Sir Fuchs down, and Storm next. Already clattered. They had trying to reposition, trying to get back towards A side. It's a bit difficult. Brandvarm actually really hasn't aggressed up either. Most of them are staying on ramp. Sterilus now makes a long way through. There is Steelay just popping his head up, and Sterilus welcomes that kill nicely, takes it for himself, and this turn to 4-on-4, still with 2 bolts standing, which is a bit awkward, honestly. Brandvarm gets out with a trade. Spiker gets him down last. And I have a feeling that these AWPs are going to be the 2 last guns standing from Inferus' side. 3Day making his way onto B site, which is not guarded at all, actually. Storm next pulled most of their players back, actually. So there could be Demonic also joining them all the way from the back. 3Day in a nice position to get anyone coming in from spawn, but no, he repositions. Ooh, well, that is a nice position indeed. It gets both Ash and Hakim. No chance, but still Spiker gets the last say in this fight. But it's just going to be him against the two ops, just like I predicted. The two ops are standing, and they are going to have to fight off against the defuse, which is not happening because Spiker makes the ninja defuse happen perfectly. And Demonic just no-scopes him in the end. But still, the round matters. The kills don't matter. The round matters for Storm next. And it's 14th for them. That puts them 2 away. And even though they have pretty bad economy, they can still make it happen. And it was really important for them. Inferus, well, they managed to save both of these ops as well, but obviously because no, there was really nothing battling them anyways. This time Inferus grabs the early lead. Stile and Brunvarm rushing into these duels, and also we've seen Inferus playing so aggressively around B, and it's just working out. Hakim being dropped as well. The players coming into B to defend it just one by one. They're all losing their health, and there's just Spiker there as well. Only half of his HP remaining, and doesn't want to take any duels by himself. Forced back by the rain of Molotovs just on his trail. Look at Inferus, a 5-stack on that B site. It's crazy to see, but this is the current situation Storm next have to deal with. Obviously, they don't want to deal with it, and they want to save these guns because their economy is looking absolutely dead barren right now. There's definitely going to be Inferus around. There's no doubt about that. The question is if anyone is going to make contact with Storm next, but that doesn't happen neither because Inferus just pull back into spawn and Storm next get to save these guns. There won't be any addition to these rifles, honestly. 2 Deagles, that's just gonna be it. Storm next. Well, they're letting Inferus back into this game, obviously, but Inferus's T side has been pretty good, on par with Storm's, and they have at times even been much more deadlier, especially on the B side. It looks like a very interesting split right now, considering they use the utility already. Sir Fuchs actually, Spiker getting the early kills, and yeah, Inferus didn't have enough firepower on ramp, and now they're gonna have to pull that bomb over towards B. It's a bit awkward for them, but they have to make it happen. Friday turning up with all the utility. The flash was good. It blinded himself a little bit as well, but he still gets cashed down. The spray took some time, but connected with Hakim and gets him down as well. And Inferus just marching forward, clearing every inch of the map slowly. They fell behind, but now it's a 3-on-3. They get the plant. It's a very classic retake situation. Storm next advancing, and they have that site nearly to themselves now. They have a smoke as well, which they can use right there on stairs, but no, they will use it closer. And this is going to leave a one-way, actually, for Inferus to use. Danish Gamer puts it into good use. Guess one, Spiker with the trade. They can't make a defuse happen. Spiker is very much out of it. He has to fight with the players still. Inferus Academy has 2 standing. It doesn't know where they are exactly. Gets Danish, gets Free Day. Excellent reflex is coming in from Spiker, but he won't make it in time to defuse the bomb. Might even lose his own life there, but runs away in time and saves the AK. Well, it was definitely a tough round to take for Storm next. They were so close to it. Opening picks, you had everything available for yourself to make that round happen, just to tick that off the list, but wasn't meant to be. And Inferus once again coming in close, and we might even see overtime being one of the possible options if it continues on being like this. A tactical timeout was called by Inferus Academy. Once again, they are the ones calling the timeouts even when they are doing rather well. But oh, I'm sorry, was that their first? I think it was their first. And Inferus. And now now we are continuing on with the game. Brandvarm has climbed up to 29 kills impressive coming in from 27 rounds only. And we move on to the 28th, and storm next, going with an eco. Only that AK that was stolen from Spiker, and it gets taken out immediately. Danish Gamer just pushes in, and that top mid is completely under Inferus control. There is nothing Storm next can do. Every time they try to make aggression on an eco round on top mid, it just doesn't work out at all. Clatters down onto the ground, and that was the fastest round we've seen this night from Inferus Academy, and they've tied it up. Well, that allows Storm next to make a buy happen, but that's going to be it for them. If they lose from here, it's going to be they have that loss bonus on their side, but still, you wouldn't want to let that all slip away from you, really. 40 in all, and we're possibly facing the final rounds of the game now. Hakim, I know there's someone there that nade actually was a good idea, but didn't connect with anyone. Already, rain of fire coming in from ramp. Stila gets her Fuchs down. A very important opener. Storm next, obviously hampered. They have only 4 against 5, and well, this time that top mid presence is a bit better for them. It plays into their pockets, but it is Brent Farmer who's planted onto B site like a decoy, and he's just waiting on the teammates to arrive now. He's hoping for some CT to make a move, waiting for that smoke to fade, but Tash was just as patient with him and gets him down, and that was a great hide-and-seek play from Tash, but there is a trade on the other side of the map as well. Hakim gets taken out. Ace side is looking very clean. Oh, Demonic has to make that turn happen well. He's going to slowly turn. Spearless makes a kill. Spiker with a nade. Doesn't do anything. Inferus being very patient. Friday gets the plant, and that incendiary doesn't bother him whatsoever. Finally, it does spread. It does spread, but Friday still survives. That was no problem for him there. Next, they are now crowding the site. They get Demonic down. Oh, they get Friday down as well. That's definitely a call for them to defuse, but no. Hash taps the bomb. It's Danish Gamer on 12 HP. He drops down. Doesn't know where he is exactly. Gets him down. He was just hiding there. And does he get to defuse the bomb as well? He doesn't have a kit. It's going to go down to the last seconds, and yes, he will. He will make it truly. Only recently the 10-second warning started to play, and there it is. Storm next get their 15th round. Through thick and thin, it came into their pocket on a weaker buy as well, and it was nice to see. But the question remains: will Storm next also get that final round, or will it all be tied up and moved over to overtime? Storm next, obviously calling a timeout here. They need to talk things through. They lost a lot of players last round as well, so they don't have a lot of guns available for themselves, and not all of them can afford rifles. Is the sad situation right here. No, I think they can force it out. I'm sorry, I think Steelers and Spiker still haven't fought, but will they go for it? They don't have any utility, to be honest, so one player might be sacrificed just for that, and this is probably something they are working out right now because they are calling another timeout, and it looks like, yeah, Hakim's going to be the one who gets the utility and also gets the rifle, actually. Might be Tash is going without a rifle. There's still enough money for one. Question is, who gets it, and where is it being put? Tash might be the B-side defender with the pistol. Then it's a bit tough, but they have to make it happen. There is no other way right now. So indeed it is. They are forcing the last bits of utility in as well. I know. I'm sorry. They actually had a stolen AK as well, so there is no problem for Storm next. I didn't notice that at all. It must have been ground. Whoa. Already early damage coming in. Hakim take some. That is no problem right now. Storm next just taking back their positions. Ash very passively on stairs this time. Usually he plays much more aggressive, trying to push into stairs, trying to get into a position he can stay in and just deny more players coming in. But this time he gets taken out brutally. 3-Day pushing in Danish Gamer as well. Has got lead under control, but the crosshair just slips away from Hakim's head. Hakim rushes in, gets Danish Gamer down, but might not be enough because Demonic finds another one, but Hakim finds a trade. Oh, this is going to come down to the last seconds of this round, but that's going to be it. It's going to be overtime on Vertigo on storm next map pick Inferus with a great comeback, honestly. They were down 5 rounds after the first half, but they battled and battled in the second, and they made it happen. So we're here on the first overtime, and yeah, all teams have money to buy, money to waste, and we'll see how the teams will approach this. Obviously, Surffox on the AWP hasn't been too really too deadly on the CT side. We haven't seen a lot of effective ramp control coming in from storm next. They've been finding these trades, they've been finding players, but they can't get them down in time, and that's kind of why they lose that map control early on. Why Inferus gets these loose players all around the map into back alley, or even into B site. What we saw so far, Tash couldn't always protect the site by himself, and we're just gonna have to see if Inferus carries that T-side momentum they had right into overtime as well. The game is still paused, but the teams are armed, and we're gonna see what is going to happen here. Nothing major has been changed in the kill board. Random has called up to 30 in 30 rounds as well, which is pretty nice to see. But that utility damage, man, Spiker is absolutely dominating it with 334, and I really don't know where he comes in from, because I haven't seen storm next use that much utility, but it just still comes in somewhere, as most of these bits and pieces, usually in post-launch situations when they throw in these incendiaries trying to catch someone, but it's Inferus as well, just denying it, throwing in smokes very late into the round. They are very, very patient and very conservative with their utility as well. And so far they've been negating everything Storm Next has been, Storm Next has been putting into play. Looks like a standard B rush coming in, honestly. Surffox, well, he had no opportunity whatsoever to do anything with his ult. Tash is forced back way long, and well, he's being flashed out of play as well. Tash gets a trade, but that's already too much because they lost Surffox, and they are 1 player down right now, and 3-on-4 situation. Still 1:30 left on the clock. It's a bit difficult. Danish Gamer, but no, Spiker and Tash pulls it back right now. It's against Danish Gamer, still Danish Gamer standing, and against Tash is going to be the duel here. Obviously, he needs to plant the bomb as well, but he doesn't need to because he gets Tash down just through the gunfight alone, and that's going to be the first round of overtime going over to Inferus Academy, and it really seems like they have that T-side mapped out for themselves, and they have all what it takes to bring that overtime home as well. If they get the 3 rounds on that T side, it would be massive. But it's just different buys all over again. This time we see Surffox not committing to an AWP, but they're going all with rifles. Demonic going with an AWP, however, and utility damage going eaten up by Storm Next side. Steel A opening up against Surffox. Once again, Storm Next losing players too early into the round. Even though Steel A took a bit of damage, it's just too much. Inferus being very patient on ramp, some late utility flying in as well. But that doesn't really stop Inferus, because look at their positions already. They have it all under control. They still have a lot of mollies unused. They have a lot of flashes unused. They can easily make that entry to A happen. And there is no question about that. There is a boost of the top, in fact, from the CT side. Hakim is joining in there as well. They definitely know where they are, but that possible problem might be that Inferus is being will be rotating away over to B side, and that is going to happen maybe now. Steel A trying to open up the fray there on top mid. Oh, they don't get Tash, who was just that joker on that door frame there, but they will not get him down. It's going to be 3-on-3 pretty much on that top mid now. Tash gets 2, which is nice from him because he lost the early duels, but he wins it back. It's a 2-on-1 situation once again. Last time around, it was won by one player. Inferus Academy obviously want to make that happen once more, but the bomb is down all the way back. Day has to find a way to reclaim it without making contact with storm next players, but they were so close and ready to take him out. So it's 16-0 now, and last round of the first half of the first overtime, and it looks like this game is going to be very tight all the way through, honestly. Storm next, once again, shaking it up a bit. Now Surfolks taking up the ult once again, moving over to ramp with it, clearly. And question is, will he be moving on to ramp? Actually, he decides to go back alley with it and push up very aggressively. There is that smoke down. Sterless gets Demonic and very important opening kill. There is still fights going back and forth. Tash eats up a lot of damage but survives, which is very important for Storm next. And they have one player more in the game currently. And Inferus, they lost some utility there as well, but there's nothing too much to worry about. They do have the bomb. They're trying to bring it over. Inferus trying to cut that map apart a little bit, trying to get that mid control into their hands, but well, they need to get rid of their CT side players first, who are right on spawn. Spiker is very close as well. Looks like Inferus not initiating anything, not going to clear every corner, maybe to cut into B instead, because that bomb is being hovered around stairs. And it's coming in now, but Hakim finds delay, and Storm is not letting them through. Day does find the trade, but Spiker's there, gets Danish, and it's 4-on-2 now. And Inferus really don't have an opportunity. The two players have made it onto site, and Brandvarm is using that last bit of utility they do have, but Storm next putting a quick stop to that, and they're now leading 17-16. They have to find 2 more rounds, put an end to this now, and well, it's gonna be tough. Inferus obviously not letting it go easily. They're going with a dual op on CT side, a very bold move. We've seen the op plays being well used by them. I think on the T side, I'm sorry, not on the T side. They did have a dual op for a second. They lost that round, I think. That was on B side. There was a ninja defuse coming in there, but Hakim finds Danish Gamer through the smoke. I'm sorry, not through the smoke, but also through the wall. But Sterless, oh, he has another one in there, and Storm next might be looking to finish it off now. They're going in strong, and they have that ramp control. They're waiting for that utility to just they're not rushing it just out their way. They're not rushing in. They're waiting it out nicely, just like they did on their T side in the first half. And it is very similar to their playstyle as usual. Oh boy, Tash just finds Day looking at nothing really, and one taps him away, out of play. Tash finds another one, and he is very happy that everyone's just rushing at him, and that bomb is actually over towards B site anyways. So Brandvarm, well, he has just it's just going to be stuck in elevators, wondering where have all the players gone. Tash, he's tapping the possible locations of Brandvarm, but he's not making any moves. He's slowly moving now, trying to clear any possible corners, but Storm surprisingly not chasing, not trying to find him. Well, there's really no need for it anyways, because you have refreshing economy and overtime, but still, just to provide that finishing touch there, and Sterless does get Brandvarm down eventually. 18-16, it puts Storm next, 1 away against Inferus Academy. They haven't been closer yet, to be honest, but they couldn't do it in regular time. So let's see if it's going to work out this time. Inferus still going with the dual op, and they're really putting a lot of trust into this. We'll see if it really bears any fruits of labor as well. Frida does get Tash right away through the smoke as well, but already spotted him. There is Spiker and Sterlus as well, but looks like they won't be moving any closer now. Frida only in position to get anyone moving upstairs, so there's nothing extra there. And Demonic gets Surf Hooks as well, so yes, these orbs are definitely causing some damage and causing a lot of problems for storm next side. This might very well move into a second overtime at this rate. We're all lined up on B stairs, and they have to make it happen. There are flashes coming in as well to maybe stop these orb shots right away. Obviously, the players have been moved back as well. They're very close. That one player being Steel A who just steals one kill there, and Danish Gamer and Frida following up with more. Storm next, they have one more opportunity here until we're gonna see a second overtime. Let's see. Inferus, they are continuing with the winning strategy so far. Do a lot. Once again, it's been good, it's been steady, and that's exactly what they're looking for. I'm surprised really how great of a game this has been, because well, we saw some absolute stomps so far into the season, mostly coming in from either quick play or from 95 Vikings, the obvious suspects who were the strongest rated sides, of course, of the Contender League. But these mid-level sides can really provide some nice viewings, and Hakan gets taken out very early on, and Tash follows up, so it's more than likely we will see the second overtime now. The bomb has to be picked up, and well, Storm next, they have really no idea which is the more safer side. They do have two players up actually, and Sterlus gets Demonic, nicely posted over the top, over the smoke as well, connects with Demonic, so the day side is actually opened up for them very well, and well, there is still a pocket position, and he gets gunned down by their folks just running by. 3-on-3 now. Inferus Academy is still having an opportunity in. I'm sorry, Storm next still have an opportunity in here, because they do get that bomb plant, and it's an important, very important to guard that as well. Now Brandvarm obviously very close. 3-day as well. It's that usual CT crossfire set up there on site, but they have to find out the positions of Storm next as well, because they are just playing for the time. Spiker gets a trade. He gets another one. It's going to be 3-day on the off. But no, that doesn't matter, because it is Storm next getting their map pick and winning it. It took them so long. It took them so many tries. It was really full of effort, and they made it happen finally. Vertigo is over 19 to 18, and sorry, 19 to 17, and that's going to be it from Vertigo. But we are ready for the second map, obviously coming up soon, and that's going to be Inferno. So stick around.
And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 to grid, no scope, no problem.
we'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. There's his board. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he QBY with an 81 angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1 on Inferno.
At the beach, let the molly tan. Yeah, Tudor on my coupe in the front of bands. Yeah, I just chopped the roof, what's inside the pan. Yeah, Fendi on my lens, got us stuck again. That's your red, it's gonna make me numb. Take away the pain.
So just by running, and Harb goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got two. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, we get high like a then I'm a swim. Make you spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Two. Oh, Pixel. He'll find one, he'll find two. Right behind him, could he get you in sheet?
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. 80 not taking any prisoners. That's
like I left some. Back in your bitch like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad? Treat make it like that.
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Co side, really. Like,
And we're gonna see how this one goes. For Sent by Satan. Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion Esports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
hello guys, and welcome back to the Contender League matchup between storM Next and Inferus Academy. The first map that was Vertigo. storM Next map pick was also won by them in overtime, and that was definitely a spectacle. To be honest, I mean, that was the closest game I witnessed so far, and Inferus definitely managed to strike fair with storM Next. We saw storM also getting a lot of errors in their play, but this is going to be Inferus's map pick now, Inferno, and they have been rather successful with it. On ECA, I believe they have won 5 games on it, and they also won 0-8 on it in Volpid Series. So I'm going to see how well they're going to fare here, and how well storM Next are prepared for it. I mean, Inferno, one of the more stale maps, you know, in the map pool, which every player should know. But I feel like in Inferno there's a lot of minuscule differences in how teams play. There's a lot of variation of strategies, and how big can the missed plays be. So we're gonna see if there's gonna be an early lead. Will storM Next make their way into it strong on their CT side, because that's most likely what they're going to be starting on. And yeah, all players are here, and we should be ready to start very, very soon now. And here we are starting Inferno. And in case this game, if Inferus wins their map pick as well, we're not gonna be seeing Nuke as the decider, and that's If I remember correctly, that's a pretty good map for them as well. No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. They actually lost both games in ECA very badly on Nuke, and we haven't seen a lot of Nuke, in fact, so far into the Volpid season as well, which is a bit of a surprise. It's a popular map, and not a lot of teams focus it as their main map. Even in pro play, we don't see a lot of teams that have it as their good picks. No, Navi obviously, but there aren't many. Heroic has it as well, I remember. We are starting off now. No upgraded pistols, minimal utility, and looks like a classic banana push maybe from Inferus coming in. No, actually, they're focusing on mid and trying to get that mid control. And yes, they are doing it. They get raids, and they are actually one man up now. This is pretty good. There are players forced into boiler and into apartments. Ash is defending his position very well. He gets both offensive players down now, and that's very good. Steal a round arm, gets a trade, gets Tash as well. So Tash wasn't really ready for it and gets the triple there as well. Spiker, no chance there. Inferus getting that pistol round. Clean and clear, and stormx was just overrun there on top mid. We don't see very heavy investment from Inferus Academy. They're still demonic, choosing that weapon. Oh, he is actually opting for the AK-47, so we see it with very decent buy, and great counter from stormx as well. A scout, MP9, Deagles. B site is not what's going on here. This is the slowest moment ever I've seen to B site, and stormx almost left it open completely. It looks like Hakim was reluctant to go there, and well, he's holding it now, and he might get overrun any second. That smoke is buying him some time, but Inferus is also respecting it. There is very close combat there, and Danish gamer understands where Hakim is. I mean, they pretty much make contact. Get him down. Spiker and Trash, on the other hand, nice boost onto quad, and get two players down. That's very important here for stormx. Obviously, they steal these guns, and suddenly it's turned around. This round is turned on its head because Inferus, oh, they lost the AKs. They just have the Galil. They do get that bomb planted. The stormx is flying in. They do have the flashes as well. They have a nade, which could be placed right in the middle, and there is a player there as well. stormx obviously don't have a lot of opportunity to use it because they are pretty much funneled through the center, and Steal aggressives with the Galil, and that big max capacity of Galil plays out for his favor, gets a triple kill, and that was very clean from Steal there. Oh, their second round for Inferus Academy, and well, stormx they still have to go with an eco because they squeezed a lot of stuff out in the last round, and it kind of worked. They did well with the pistols, they did well with the boost. They couldn't really capitalize on that because that B side defense was very transparent right from the start. I mean, from what I saw, from how Hakim went there, I could tell that B side is going to get overrun. And right now, I didn't even get to say a word about this round before it was over. Anyways, Danish gamer gets some kills in there, and Inferus Academy 3-0 up now. Pretty much a classic eco, honestly, on CT side on Inferno. You're gonna have to man up and take it into your chin because there's no opportunity really. You can get some picks with some clever plays. You can maybe turn it around, but this time it didn't happen. stormx this time putting more defense onto B. There's going to be Stairless there together with Hakim, and early into Banana as well. Actually, early utility flung over from Sandbag side. Hakim is going to make that peek happen. There's a player very close by, and Hakim is playing a bit too aggressively. He's been punished twice already, and it isn't looking good right now for him nor for stormx overall. They are just conceding these rounds way too easily, and they're losing the guns. They're losing their economy once again, and there's even going to be Surfhooks taking so much damage from that volley. He's dropped down to 50 HP. And I mean, look at that. Inferus is holding that B site like their CTs. They got that bomb down as well. stormx trying to save their last guns. They have the AK and the AWP, but it might be wishful thinking as well. But I don't think Inferus will be chasing them too much. They will be clearing some angles. Demonic is moving into apps, so this is looking a bit dangerous. storm next could be under fire here. Oh, if he turns, they're right there. Iker is looking right into it as well. Oh, surprisingly, Demonic just went into the other balcony and they did not make contact. Not sure how, but that's for sure a surprise for sure. And looks like there's no duels happening there. Yeah. So they do get to say that AK. They do get to say that all. And that actually helps them make a full buy possibly, and yes, they can make it. So that was very important for them. storm next. Yes, they are 0-4 down, but well, yes, they are 0-4 down on CT side, I have to say, but it's still not too grim. They can, if they can put their foot on the gas pedal right now, and I think it's time to make it happen now. But once again, the aggression on Banana does not work out. It completely destroys not only their economy once again, but any opportunities to win their round because, well, almost everyone survived on Inferus' side. There is still standing only on 2 HP, but that's mostly because there was team friendly fire mixed in, and I think that's how Demonic died. Delay gets Huckham as well, who surprisingly was standing for much longer than average, what we've seen on this map, and Sir Fuchs obviously has to somehow save that off for the second round already. It's trying to be carried over. Gets 3-day down with it, but I think he's going to get away with it. Inferus are going to scatter over the map, but not too far away because they don't want to lose their guns either. It's going to be 5th round for them, and right now they are looking steadier than ever. And that start has been really pleasant to look at. I mean, Inferno is absolutely their playground. Nice position from Sir Fuchs, and you might actually get to see someone there. No? If Brandvarm gonna cross it? No, he won't. Oh dear. Sir Fuchs is gonna get surprised from behind. Steel actually crawled in all the way from Boiler Room and gets him down, so no hope for storm next there. No way, no orb being carried over. Just the eco this time, and well, seeing how it has all been gone, Inferus is going to be running away with another round, and it's just going to be repeating all and all over again, like a broken record. And Storm, well, I don't know. I don't know what could be the remedy here. Next time they take the wise choice and not just run head into Banana. Actually getting a kill as well with this playstyle. Huckham gets delay. Danish just wildly firing onto the corner, but won't drop anyone. Sterilus fell back and moved over to construction as well. Tash gets 3-day, and that could be a possible run for Storm next, actually. They got 2 down, but that aggression onto P is imminent, and all of that utility is flying in. Sterilus' smoke does nothing. It actually hinders him because Huckham is being dropped, and, well, even though they don't know where he is, it's pretty clear he can't have a say in this round anyways. They clear all the corners, so they know he has to be close. And they're going to wait for the reinforcements. Spiker is being dropped dead down the middle, and it's all going down the drain right now for Storm next. Sterilus as well. Demonic just picking them up with the orb. Tries to find another one, and he's so close, but Brandvar finishes it off. Inferus 6-0 right now, and they look unstoppable. Like a technical pause has been called, oh, a fake crash apparently. Okay, never mind. It's all good. We are resuming the game. Storm next. Well, they do get a full buy round here, and I mean they do have full loss bonus. So if they somehow lose this round as well, they do get maybe another opportunity if they can at least get a few kills from here. But We don't think so. Yeah, one player apparently had a black screen error and the monitor died. Very unfortunate, but he didn't get kicked from the game. We all know you can still play Counter-Strike when your monitor is blue. That's no problem. And Brandvarm gets Surfux down. That's a nice opener to the round. But no, Inferus taking it slowly, of course, but they still lose Demonic. Fearless providing a nice touch. B side is surprisingly under control for storm next. I mean, no aggression on Banana. And, it just shows that this is the first round where storm next is somewhat in control, but no longer because Tash is being dropped and Inferus are just gathering and congregating around just a bubbling, ready to make that strike happen any second now. Steela gets past him and it's just gonna come crashing down for storm next. It's Spiker and Cyril still standing and somehow still making it happen. They know they're in the corner there, but Spiker is hiding and Sterilus gets the kill. It's a 2-on-2 now. Suddenly, Brandvarm only with 10 HP. Hard to even hold that off with that amount of health left. But he has to make it happen. Steela gets Spiker down, who was camping nastily, and Brandvarm gets Sterilus with his 10 HP. It's the 7th for Inferus, and they are just dominating right now. And well, just as I expected, just as I predicted it, Stormnext forced onto Deco once again. They are buying Deagles and upgraded pistols in, but it doesn't do them any good. They do get the picks, but they can't finish any round because either one of the side of the map is kind of sloppy from them. It just falls off. They do get a trade, which is good. But they have to find more, and once again, they have a one man up on the pistol round, which is good, but not good enough if you can't convert them to any wins. And there's one running away. It's Huckham taking damage to his back, but it doesn't connect with anyone. And both of the B-side defenders going down. There is Surfux and Tash running in now. Surfux has stolen the AK. Danish might be too late with the smoke. They're not going to respect it, will they now? There's a whole smoke wall actually in place. There are 3 smokes down in the middle. There is Surfux pushing through it and getting Demonic down. Storm next now being relentless, but now it's just Tash with the CZ. It's 3-day against Tash, and Tash has the AK-47 now. 3-day push back, and Tash gets him down and gets the defuse. Storm next getting the first round. It came very late, but it is finally here. Oh, well, that was a roller coaster of a round, but Tash made it happen. He was very steady in the end, and finally reclaiming their economy that was long lost. And well, Inferus, they aren't really struggling. They can make a very easy full buy happen. A very easy full buy happen in the round up to this one as well, to be honest. And they've been steady once again. You know, the scoreboard is not looking extreme. Inferus aren't really dominating it because they take these rounds clean. Sometimes some Storm next players escape, and they just get the round so easy. That was what we saw on Vertigo as well. To be honest, they just couldn't make it very well happen on overtime. Brandvarm gets Spiker. Tash just getting the reply into Brandvarm's head. There is Surfux peeking. And I'm sorry, Demonic peeking and gets Surfux down. So that's going to be a top mid. Could be under control, but Tash gets 3-day down. There is a Demonic going the long way, actually, against Sterilus. He is in library, and Sterilus, well done against Demonic, who missed his one opportunity to get Sterilus down there. Inferus Academy kind of in a stalemate situation right now. There could be Tash coming in any second as well, clamping them down onto Banana. Looks like they don't have exact clue in where they are. Tash is holding top mid, so I think they have the general knowledge of their whereabouts, and they know that Inferus isn't in apartments. Tash is just dead on focusing on it. And oh, they're gonna get blown into pieces. Tash looks away at the wrong time, and this is just the golden standard of CSGO timing. Steele sends him flying. It's suddenly a 2-on-2, and A site is opened up for Inferus Academy. They have a second chance in this round, and it is gifted to them on a tray, on a golden tray. They even get the plant. They just need to defend it now. Storm might even go to save it, but no, they're still trying to play around it, flying that utility in. They are definitely trying to engage in it, but that incendiary goes straight inside the smoke. Hakim doesn't expect Danish Gamer by the side. Steerless gets a trade, but Danish Gamer is the last man standing, and Steerless can't fight against all of them. Inferus 8-1 up, and they have already secured that T side for themselves. Well, it has been lightning fast, and they haven't seen such an effective T side in an Inferno in such a long time. But here it is, Inferus. Well, you can see whose map pick it is, and storm next. They are forcing an AWP. They do have an AWP in here. They are forcing out rifles. And FAMAS and MP9. Well, it's not looking good. They just lose the economy. Surfox does find the opening pick, which is good. You know, you want to find that with an AWP, but it's not good if your AWP is being traded out like that. And suddenly storm next, standing on the shorter foot. Tash just couldn't expect to see Brandvarm so fast there, and he strikes so fast he even gets Spiker on the other side. Oh lord. Every day they're also flashing and smoking off pits. It's all going so well for them, Brandvarm and Danish Gamer. They get everything done, and it's 9th already for Inferus. It's getting better and better, honestly. Inferus, they might have lost that one round, but it didn't halt them one bit. It didn't break them up. It's just another walk in the park for them. Just as usual, storm next. After a force, they are forced onto pistols, some deagles, some 5.7s. Apps hold for them, which might be good, honestly, because there have been apps presence and second mid presence from Inferus in the past in this half, but this might not come at all because most of them have been lining up on B site. Bomb hasn't been moved up, surprisingly, so it might be a thing. No, they are looking to move in now because they already got Sterilus down. It's a call to make everything happen. The utility comes flying in. Demonic somehow gets the no-scope into Hakim as well. And it's a 5-on-3 against Eagles. What more can you ask? There, Tash gets 3-day down on mid, but that's just it. They somehow have to travel all the way through Banana. There's also Tash coming in from the other way, actually, but Brandvarm already shuts Banana down, so there is that. Tash is slowly smoking. Well, okay. He's in that smoke in the corner. Demonic knows it, tries to spam him down, keeps strafing around. Demonic has no idea really in which side he is right now, spamming through that smoke. What an epic duel that is. Tash is all the way back now at the planter there. Oh, he was so close to getting Demonic down, but no, Demonic was ready for him. And Spiker all the way back towards T-spawn. What a way to save that AK it is, but you know, if you want to make something happen, you have to. Storm next. They are 9 rounds down against Inferus on CT side on Inferno, to put that into perspective. And well, they can make another full buy happen, but it's just an endless cycle of losing all these guns right away. Snap of a finger is all it takes to just strip them off of them. And any map presence Storm next has, they're just gifting it away immediately like this. Like Sterilus had a good position, Demonic in an interesting position, which you usually see in matchmaking. Someone on logs with an AWP just taking a kill for himself. Sterilus, after Surfbooks did find one Danish camera, gets fucking down immediately. Brandvarm curls up, Surfbooks out of place, so the AWP is down. Spiker gets Brandvarm instead. It's 3-on-2. Demonic still with the AWP, trying to find if someone is maybe coming back, because that bomb is in a very awkward position. They didn't get to reclaim it before it all went down this round. But 3-day, no problem for him. He fires Spiker down, and there's still Tash trying to protect it, pretty much standing on top of it. And smoking our shop now as well. They're all crowding him, and Realistic is buying a lot of time for Storm next, and is robbing a lot of time off Inferus Academy, because they're gonna have a hard time making that plant happen, but they don't really need that because they're gonna go in full swing and get Tash down. It was an awkward position to protect the bomb in, and Ash did his best in that situation. He's also leading the kill board for Storm next, and only one with a positive KD. They're 11-10. Oof. And 11-1 is our scoreline, which is looking mighty weird, I have to say. And it might be the case that we're gonna see nuke because Inferus looking unshackled on Inferno. They look absolute gods here. Steelite gets her foot down. Spiker providing 3 of his own actually. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I cannot I cannot say anything bad against Storm next yet because there is Spiker just taking this out of nowhere. I mean, he was providing a lot of kills, highest utility damage on Vertigo. He was a key piece there, and it's whoa, provides the damage here as well. It's only Danish gamer against 4 of them. It shouldn't be really hard to deal with him, and he's kind of stuck on banana. He's just gonna get followed through, and Spiker takes that kill for himself. So a I believe it was a auto kill for him there, so a very nice, very good job for him there. Second round only for Storm next, but it's something, and there are only 2 rounds left until the end of the half. So Storm next better make this count now. They do have a full buy, and they can get a full buy next round as well in case they lose. So they really have to give their best right now to minimize that gap, to get themselves back into the game, because I feel like they've been suffering mentally a little bit here as well. They've been losing in very common positions where, you know, you shouldn't lose as a CT. Bad aggressions on banana. And now as well, you see Inferus absolutely abusing this. They know that Storm is very fragile in that position. But they are not moving in head first. They're still going with utility. And Storm is actually once again all the way back. It's an interesting split, and they lose players on both sides of the map. Ash gets rid of Friday, and Surfux gets rid of Danish Gamer. So that's pretty good, honestly, considering that Inferus now have to gather on top mid, and A site is rather well guarded. That crossfire is set up, and there's even Sterilus being rotated over, and he might get caught. Catch a glimpse of Demonic there. Oh, but he's ready for Sterilus to move in, just like he knew already. There's Stash and Spiker down there in pit, and they're doing a good job buying some time for Storm next, for the rest of the players to move in as well. There's Surfux all the way back. There's Huckham as well, who's being slow, but it's clear as day that Inferus is half landing on A side. Surfux getting Demonic with the pistol, and Tash gets rid of Brandon Arm as well. And Storm next. Finally, winning a round with comparable number of players alive, it's something we really don't see at all on Inferno here, but finally they made it happen. To get that last round of half as well, they can maybe have a better way onto their T side, but it really needs to be as effective as Inferus has been so far. And Storm going with a dual op setup, something we saw Inferus doing actually in the overtime on Vertigo. But I mean, if you have the economy and all the guns for it, sure, why not? And Storm next, well, they have one of them near mid is being smoked up now, so Surflux really can't have anything to do with it there. Cash is fighting for his life. But he goes out with a trade. Surflux does find one. He's very close towards us with the ult. Finds Demonic. This is very good, actually. It still buys some time. The bomb hasn't been planted, but Friday is there in position. He gets a triple kill. And Sterilus just walks in a bit too late. 12-3 off for Inferus Academy. Well, that was mental, to say the least. And that was the T side of Inferus Academy. This is the definition of a map pick. Looking at the kill board, well, Ash is leading it for Storm next side. And Inferus Academy, actually none of them topping Tash is 15 kills, but all of them providing equal assistance to each other, and that's what counts, because they've been just so deadly, so dominant on that T side that I feel like Storm next are going to struggle a lot against Inferus now. Match is still paused. I think we should be resuming shortly now. There are no timeouts called, and looks like no upgraded pistols coming in. Though, so we don't see a lot of. I've seen a lot of wild bites and pistol rounds on Inferno. Usually it's all the same. We don't see a lot of duelies either on Inferno. I haven't seen for a long time. Game is still paused. I'm wondering what's going on exactly, but we'll be kicking it off soon. Okay. I'm just waiting impatiently, waiting silently. Still waiting, it seems like. Hmm. All right. Well, if I'd have the right to it, I would do a commercial break, but I can't really. I don't have a rights for that. I didn't even know what to advertise there. So, if you see these Twitch advertisements on the stream, guys, just refresh the page. It's always working for me. We don't put them there. Twitch does. Well, it's gonna take some long time, honestly. Not sure what's going on here. Do we need an admin to unfold the game? And now finally we're ready to go. And yeah, looks like it's minimal utility from storm next side. A flash smoke and nade could very easily be just a classic pistol B take, but we're gonna have to see what's coming in here. No, actually, mostly all of them moving into second mid. This is already something you don't see a lot of pistol rounds, but I guess it's gonna be an app scroll. Most likely is. Oh, they're still checking back, and Hakim taking time smoking Oler as well. I guess. No. No, he's gonna throw in the elaborate smoke first. Runvarm already gets Spiker. Stairless flash, but still gets Runvarm in the trade, which is good enough. Honestly, Storm next. Utility came in a bit too late. Inferus was already well prepared for that app's take, and Danish gamer. Ooh, Stairless down. Attach on the other side. Gets Steel on the lurk, and now it's just 3-day against 2. It's a bit difficult. But 3-day does get Hakim, so it's just a 1-on-1, and he didn't lose any HP from that. He has the bomb under his possession as well, and definitely the right idea in mind. Looking into apps, just exactly the place where Tash is right now. Tash is not making any noise, no steps forward whatsoever. Tries to have that element of surprise, but 3-day, well, he might be discovered there. Oh, and he will. Tash is ready. Was focused on Pit all along, and he has 3-day down. Well, if that bomb position gave the CT player position away very clearly, and Storm to get that pistol round. Maybe just suddenly Inferno has turned into a T-sided map. Maybe that's just the case, honestly. Funny because bomb explosion damage was increased. We should technically punish T's a little bit more, but I mean, we still really haven't seen that too much because Inferus, well, they took care of Storm next players before they even planted the bomb in many cases. Some bits of spam coming in through apartment's wall. Inferus trying to play very passive on their eco. And Storm next doing exactly the same. Honestly, Inferus could have bought in here a little bit, but they decided to go wall with the USPs. And Hakim Spiker getting the opening picks, very important here. The bomb is all the way back, but A side is clear, so it doesn't even matter, honestly. If they get the kills, it's even better. Demonic does get a trade, but that's going to be it. Spiker sprays him down and slices him apart with the Max 10 spray. Chile and 3-day shoulder to shoulder. Venturing forth across Banana, but there is Stairless jumping out with the Galil and getting 2 down. Storm next, getting a few rounds back now. And if they keep it up against Inferus's gun round as well, it could be something. Mind you, Inferus is only 4 away from winning this game, but well, winning this map. If Inferus win Inferno, their map pick, we're gonna see Nuke as the decider, and we're gonna spend a lot more time on this stream. Child trying to aggress a little bit on Banana, actually. Looking for that molly to fade and gonna push, maybe taking that peak, but nobody's there. Look at storm next positions. They know someone is in boiler as well. That nade does do some good damage onto Spiker. That chip is vital, but it might come to nothing because Surflux and Spiker, very good entry. Runbarm is the last piece of defense, but he gets taken out as well. 3-Day and Steel A once again, shoulder to shoulder, moving up. I'm sorry, not shoulder to shoulder this time. Now they're on different sides of the map, and it doesn't matter because Hakan gets them down, just 180ing around, and storm next, yeah, showing just as good T side, to be honest. Inferus, they have the economy to maybe force something out, but it looks like they're just going on a deco, nothing extra, nothing too flashy. Keep it simple, build up the economy, and coast towards victory. Don't really want to let your opponent make a comeback happen in such a situation. You know, you made such a great first half, and you let your opponent reply with just the same. And what is Daemonic doing there? Pretty much sacrificed himself trying to find a pick, but it was all came to nothing. Died in the flames and actually died to the nade flying into his face. So storm next. Now 5-3 in this round, and they haven't even moved the bomb up there, so they're so sure of themselves that they're gonna find something more here, some more bits and pieces of information. And honestly, Spiker is extremely close to ground bomb, but he's not making any moves for apartment as well. Some utility has been used. Inferus don't have anything anyways, but Storm next has enough to take this site by force if they want to. They can pretty much go in dry anyways. Inferus hasn't really been very deadly on the Deagles either so far. All over this night, to be honest. Careless just proves that they do hit one body shot onto him, but that's just it. He gets 2 down with the AK-47 spray. Runram somehow still standing, and well, that joy doesn't last for too long. Spiker strikes him down from below. Storm 7-12 now, 5-round difference. That is not major anymore. It's not crazy. It's not too far. They just need to keep their game up. They need to keep that ball rolling, force Inferus down to that eco hell more and more, and maybe we can see something happen. It was difficult, the conversions for them, especially in the regular rounds ends of Vertigo. But it seems a bit better here. Cyrillus once again opening pick, very important against Danish there. Through barrels style, trying to surprise them over the smoke, trying to get at least one head passing by. Tash is being very patient there. That Incendiary could do something. Tash still has to back away and doesn't die to it. So Storm next has all players still standing, and they're fighting for that B presence. They're fighting for that Banana control Demonic. Oh, these are 2 important kills there. Sir Fox, however, gets his off into play, drags it over towards top mid. He was in a dangerous position there, honestly, but Brandvar was so far back he didn't really have a say in it anyways, and I mean, once B-side is so clear, what can you do anyways? Inferus lost that round high and dry, and they... well, that Banana defense just fell apart a bit too easily, but it's once again looking like a true end-to-end match. Only difference is that Vertigo we saw economy swaps much more often. We saw other team win every second round, and is a bit more equal around the board. Here we see pretty much half and half of the performance, and T sides have been excellent from both. But the question is, how far can Storm next carry it? Inferus, they won 7 in a row on their T side. Storm next do a bit better, they need to. Storm arming themselves up once again. Obviously, they are looking very good on the economy front. I mean, they have Tash and Steelers both on over 10k right now. This is excellent because, well, there could be many rounds more until the closure of this game. And Inferus, they don't have an excellent buy themselves. Storm, this should be a round for their taking. Honestly, they have to keep that ball rolling. They have to make it happen right now. But they suffer a lot of damage. Demonic nearly goes down. It was pretty optimal trades. Delay creeps up close to the wall, but Tash just blindly is completely blinded actually, but just keeps on firing, hoping to catch the CT. And yes, he did. Friday gets the trade still, and has to back away himself. Oh, he's taken out. Sorry, what backing away can you do if you're dead? Demonic still surviving and holding that site with 3 HP. It's going to be very suboptimal because Storm next are going to be aggressing at any second. Brandvarm looking to provide some assistance, but no, he's hovering around CT, moving in now, but that site is lost anyway. Storm next, that's going to be their 9th round, and I do not think that Brandvarm is going to run in there with his AK, and, well, he gets taken out anyway. He doesn't have a lot of time to choose there. Sir Fuchs sends him flying. Danish gamer still standing with the MP9. Not a weapon you'd like to save, so he tries to find some more scraps, but there aren't many. Storm next, very good round from them. 4 players standing. They get their economy even higher up. This is very important. Obviously, Inferus, they have maximum loss bonus. They don't need to worry too much. They could be forced down to ecos, but still, they can make at least some forces happen if they want to. But the question is, can they make something of it? Because their CT side has been looking kind of toothless right now, and they've been conceding even more errors than Storm next did. There is still a real possibility we're going to see Nuke, but Storm next so far, they've been doing very, very well on their T side as well. Winning 6 in a row, it is not an easy feat whatsoever. We saw that obviously from Inferus as well, but this is going to be the turning point now. It's going to be that do or die moment. Storm next have to make it happen, but they lose a player early on. Huckham goes down. They take more damage. I mean, Inferus right now, they are on such a chaotic buy. They only have that save AK, and still I guess a double with the Deagle. Sterilus and Tash just fires through them like a knife through butter. They go down so easily there, and Storm next only have 2 players standing. Inferus have stolen the AKs and stolen the honor of Storm next now. Sir Fox is gonna die to that Deagle of Steel. I got a triple kill with it this round, and that was lovely to see. Storm next have a player disconnecting as well, and that is Spiker, so there's going to be a technical pause being called, and there's technical pauses are really following this evening a lot as well. We don't see ping problems, luckily, but maybe just some Windows errors as usual. The game is paused now. We're waiting him back, I believe. What was it last time around who was disconnected? I believe it was Sir Fuchs. And yeah, currently Inferus Academy economy, of course, had a big boost. That's something they need. If they can keep this going now, they can easily mount up these rounds. It didn't put a big dent into Storm next real thick chainmail they have in there. I mean, still I think they have 3 players over 10 with over 10k economy. I mean that is very pleasing, especially on the T side. You know, you have a big buffer. You don't need to worry about that too much. And now Spiker is back as well, back in play. Everything's good, and we should be resuming the game now. Storm next, obviously, no question about it. Full buy happening. An AWP back in play in Surflux's hands. Tash and Sterlis leading the kill board, and I mean Tash has been a maniac all around on Vertigo. He had great presence on B, and here we see him as well, grabbing these loose kills, playing more as a lurker, but still doing a good job on the second entry to Banana, like we see this time around as well. They've been ramping up these kills easily. Huckham gets Brandworm down, and now Storm next back into it. They took a lot of utility damage, and they keep on doing it. Spiker nearly falls, but they are just trying to withstand it. They're actually back there, but Tash focuses and gets 3-day down. LB site is very, very vulnerable, and Storm next, if they move that bomb up quickly, it's just going to be a blitzkrieg of a round, and Inferus once again have lost everything they built up from that one round win they had. Danish gamer is smoking off pit. Wise decision, but Storm next are actually maybe considering that cut to be through CT, and yes, they are focusing with it. They have one player in live obviously, and that's Demonic with the AWP, and if he waits out all the players, he gets Spiker down, and that was great patience by him, but also great perception to get Spiker so well. And now Storm next, obviously a bit impatient there. Sir Fox went to look for Demonic, and he gets him down. So it's a green light for Storm next to get that B site. There's only one defender there, and Steelix shouldn't mount too big of a challenge against them. But you never know. He's still in the corner. There's a trade, and Tash boosts down his teammate, but it's still 2-on-1. Bomb is planted on the ground, and Danish gamer still scrolling through a banana, slowly making it there. Sir Fuchs actually, well, they don't know where Danish gamer is coming from. He's checking into library just to be sure. If Danish gamer, if he wins the duel on site, he could maybe make a defuse happen in time. He does have a smoke as well, but that's not going to happen because Sir Fuchs is moving in now, and he's going to get taken out. Oh, Danish gamer is just stuck in there. He didn't go for the defuse either. Tash moves in and gets him down. Storm next. 10th round for them, and they are minimizing that gap. Well, Inferus, they absolutely do have that economy. Once again, it's just going to be full buy rounds back and forth, and no question about it. Obviously, you can easily reinvest in this situation, but looks like they focus on that utility first, and 3-day is actually forced onto an MP9, which sets Inferus back a little bit. It's not a massive difference considering the rounds we've seen from them that they did win from a round where they had pistols, or they had a Deagle triple kill. You know, it's nothing too bad. Brandvarm opens up against Huckham, who has been kind of the entry death leader on this map, and it's been following him through right now. Tash and Sterl is still trying to move in slowly. They get flashed for a second. Tash gets tagged as well. Spiker on the other side gets Danish down. Looks like they're gonna fall back and maybe fall for a fake, but looks like no, that bomb he's actually moved on towards top mid. I thought they're gonna be a regroup on banana, but they are rather focusing on that. There is a player close by. 3-day is there, and with an MP9, he could strike them all down, but he kind of missed the opportunity there. He could still connect, but just Sir Fuchs turned away. He was really close. But 3-day, oh, a trade there. Spiker gets him down. He goes faster on the trigger to get Tash, but Brandvarm feels so stalwart in defense. Gets Spiker, gets Sir Fuchs with the nade, and this is massive, to be honest. Sterless still standing, but what can he do? That Molly gives away where he's obviously coming from, but there was no question about it anyways. Brandvarm gets another one, and his stand on A side has been pretty good overall. Even if they've lost rounds, he always gets a lot of picks. His pit plays have been pretty massive, and Inferus are inching closer to closing their map pick off. It has took a while, and their T side has been good, but one more round and Storm next are in big trouble. so far still an equal buy. Inferus not aggressing a lot in Banana. Some utilities. Oh, nice nade stack there. Tash, however, on the short end of it, takes a lot of damage, 60 in fact, and Akam actually it's up a lot as well. So they are hampered a lot early in. Need to clear their minds a little bit. Just take it a bit slower this time. Akam once again does a bit too quickly. The lurk towards aid is not working out currently. Spiker might even go down, but looks like Inferus are not pushing it out anyways. And looks like, yeah, the top mid is still storm next target. Trying to clear it is in the first option. Smoked as well. Bomb is all the way back. Is it going to be Sterlus bringing it over is the question. Looks like he's moving slowly now. And I mean, there is a double stack on B, which could be moved over through Banana. Sterlus is being very wary of it still as well. We saw him just only walking there. And Daemonic, very patient, waiting for that smoke to fade. And once again, he's faster on the trigger, gets tashed down. He's very fast with it. We saw that last time around as well, when Storm next cut to B site. And that smoke faded around library. Spiker, however, checks back, gets front round down. Surfhooks gets free day with the op. Sunlight's turned around. Inferus, only 2 men standing, and they're on different sites. It's looking bad for them currently, but Danish gets 2 with the A1S spray. Sterlus and Spiker dropped consecutively. Only 7 seconds left, and Inferus just backing away nicely. They know that Surfhooks can't make it. He started to plant it, but he's too late. It's too little, too late, and Danish Gamer finishes it off with a triple kill, and we might very well see Nuke here. Storm next, he's calling a timeout, but that might be too late for them. They put in good effort on their T side. They really did, but they started losing these rounds a bit too early. Inferus managed to come back into it, and now they are looking to finish it off nicely. And we'll see what these timeouts can bring into the game, into the match. Storm next economy, well, it has been devastated. Oh boy, they're gonna force their way into it, into the potential round, final round of this map. Tech 9, Mac 10, 2 Mac 10s in fact, and 2 rifles against Inferus, who are armed to their teeth and who have been pulling wonders even on eco rounds. This is not going to be an easy task in the slightest. Storm next, and Inferus Academy, they might very well have to battle it all out on Nuke. But obviously a lot is on stake here. I mean, it's the promotion to the Royal Series after all, and both of these teams want to make an appearance there and want to make good effort there as well. Stele finds the opener. Sterlus dropped immediately, and Storm next already losing strength right away. Still trying to make something happen. That up scroll might be good. They actually get run down on pick. They get Demonic. They get Free Day, and this is a second lifeline for them. There is only Free Day who was stopping them. They lost only 2 players there, which is huge considering they were on such a scattered by Stele and Danish. Obviously on the hunt now. They're coming and they're ready to get Storm next down. But Storm obviously stole the guns and they're ready for it. They don't have any more utility, however, which is bad. But they just have to duke it out against Inferus, clean and dry, just like this. They have 3 players, which is more than enough in such a situation. Surfhooks gets Stele, which is incredibly important pick there. Might even get the second, but no. Danish Gamer isn't even exiting from there. He knows that he's just going to lose his life. He's going to lose the gun, and it's going to come crashing down for Inferus if they can't save anything. Oof. Suddenly Storm next somehow just managed to slide their way back into their game, and Inferus, they are on the shorter end of the stick now. They don't really want to force, as it seems they are focusing on utility first. Only that A1S is going to be supporting the pistol, but no, there's going to be a scout buy, and honestly, the scout buy is leaving me sometimes confused on Inferno, because yes, it's a good weapon to sometimes just hinder the enemies. It's good to spam ban. Realistically, it won't do you any good unless you're a headshot god, and that seems to be the case here. Steel forced to run away with it. He's also forced out of library really because of that molly, and it's really unfortunate how that round is unfolding. I mean, look at Inferus' positions; they are pretty much at the bad end here. And they were the defensive side. They had everything under control. Their positions were good, but they have to make that retake happen. Somehow Steel connects with the head of Spiker. He gets a second with the scout, and maybe I'm forced to eat my words here. Maybe Steel can make it happen with the scout, but no, they're still stareless. And Steel is still standing. Danish, they are making that switch happen. Steel is taken out now, but that smoke is in place, so Danish can't get a clear view with that peak. He's gonna force his way through it. Sir Fuchs is very low on HP, and Starless is right next to him there, close to that wall, close to that corner. Oh boy. On that box, and he's forced on the trigger, and he even gets a bit of damage from Danish Gamer, but he still survives, and it's storm next, still crawling their way back. Oof. This is just heart-racing game. We've been playing for what, over 2 hours now, and it isn't even the second map isn't even over yet. Inferus, they have a full buy now, but they don't have anything to fall back on. They don't have a lot of utility either, and they might be losing players, but no, Danish and Steel very clean and clear on Banana this time. Very coordinated Banana push. That was what they needed, and that might be very well the round. Spiker gets one back against Demonic, so they drop that up out of play. But they also get free day, and suddenly it's a 3-on-3 once again. A site is looking punishable. There is Brandvarm right in the center. Spiker falls back to ninja position. They get Brandvarm out of play, and this might very well be Storm's round. Once again, it's all the same. Steel in... it's Danish in the library, smoking off, but Steel gets taken out. Exactly the replay of the last round. He's up against 2 now. Danish, exactly the same smoke, exactly the same situation. Only the T's are a bit fall back a bit. Oh, that nade does connect with someone, but Danish actually moving over to shot this time. That bomb is ticking down ruthlessly. He does have a kit, but he doesn't have really the courage to move in there, and it's looking like a save. Wow, this is gonna come down to overtime, possibly once again. I mean, Storm next, they somehow made it happen once again. I don't want to jinx it, obviously, but it keeps on going. They keep on giving. Now, Inferus obviously are very hampered by they only have the AWP that was carried over from the last round. Let's see what they can do with the Deagles, however, because last time around, Deco did hell of a good for them, let's be honest. I mean, it was still like you got the triple kill and the collateral headshot with it, if I remember correctly, so might be something like this on the cards there as well. Demonic is close by, maybe pushing out as well. Maybe finding someone instead. No, it's Spiker who was actually boosted up and gets Demonic. And a nasty surprise for him, but already map control for Storm. They have apps pretty much cleared, and it's just their choice whether they want to go to B or A. They have a lot of utilities saved up as well, and it seems like that B is going to be a fake, and they're moving on towards top mid, and they're going to leave Starless as that lurker in Sandbag's corner. I don't even think Frida is going to push through Banana. Yeah, he's going to be called back through CT. And it's still going to be a bit difficult to engage here. The smokes are in place. Inferus doesn't have any more of them, however. And the carry of the flashes gets taken out as well, that being Danish. So just the 3 Deagles against fully armed Storm next, who also have every bit of utility available to them to lock down that site. Only that Inferus is locked in there with them because they're right in the center. Spiker is clearing pit, but they are trying to be as silent as possible. They're going to be discovered. 3day misses 2 shots and misses the 3rd and loses his life there. storM next are 1 round away from pulling it into overtime. This has been just nerve-wracking game, and it keeps on giving, really. It gets better and better by the minute. Now a dual lob set up from Inferus Academy. We knew it did very well for them in overtime on Vertigo, but let's see how it works out here on Inferno. In such a situation, it's going to be a bit difficult. One of this obviously on top mid, one on B, but no aggression from storM next. Drone on Banana. They're just holding on to their positions. They know that nobody's on sandbags right now. They can move slowly forward, but they are not making any step forward. Other side is clearing apartments just to make some space to everyone. I'm trying to reply to that wall spam through apartments, but doesn't connect with anyone. Oh, I'm sorry, I think it did connect with Danish Gamer for a second there because it ate up 20 points of damage. 3day gets a lock from somewhere as well. Ooh, Stairless could be in a nasty fight, or is he still going to make that turn happen? I mean, they need to make that decision soon, and everybody's standing. I mean, there's less than 50 seconds remaining, and every single player is standing. Almost all of utility has been used as well, which is rather difficult. Only the smokes are left for storM, so it's obviously a call for to lock that B site down, to make it clear. And they need to get rid of Stila and Demonic. I'm sorry, 3day for that, and there is 3day with the AWP. Stairless finds the trade, which is important. They drop the smokes, and this is going to be their plan for sure. Question is, how good of a retake will it be from Inferus to deny that game being moved over to overtime, to deny being stripped of all their efforts on their start, on their T side, which was immense, which was a great entry. 3 days moving in there with his AWP. He's making the second attempt at retaking this site. Spiker is not giving up. He takes care of Demonic. Stairless takes care of Brandworm. 3day misses his shot, and Stairless finishes it with a triple kill. We are moving over to overtime, ladies and gentlemen, the second in this series. 15-15, and what kind of halves are these, what we saw? I mean, both teams were excellent on T sides, and they were almost exact copies as well, only that the end of the regular time was just crazy. Oof. storM next are continuing on their T side. There's a real possibility they can escape with a 2-0 here, but they need to keep themselves focused. They have to shake their heads a little bit and just keep their cool, honestly, because after such matches, after 2 long games, one which has already gone to overtime, you must really feel exhausted. I can't understand the players, you know. I even understand if you want to take a deliberate technical pause, just pulling your monitor out and saying, hey, you know what, I want to take a break. It's like more players moved over to B this time from Inferus. A very clear B hold, and I guess they are reading into storM this time. They want to aggress on Banana. They're pushing through it, but this time they don't get lucky with it. A Danish gamer gets taken out immediately. It's not a good start for Inferus, and overall it's a big blow for them because storM next keep on traversing through Banana. They now know that it's a bit hampered, but usually it's also a call that there's 2 or 3 at least on B sites, so they're gonna be checking all the possible angles and taking their time. But the rest of the players moving up towards top mid, they definitely want to regroup there, and I think the bomb's gonna be pulled over there because Hakim gets a rare kill there onto Demonic, and there's an opportunity golden for storM next now. Stila on a bad position coming in from Speedway. He needs to check all corners. Maybe someone coming in from library. Maybe they are cutting over to B, but they are not. Surfhooks with another trade there. Brandworm gets taken out. the usual defender of a site. He's out of fray. 3-on-2 situation. They do get the bomb planted. That smoke goes down and perfectly on time. Steel is pushing through it. No, he's just perfectly still and has to fall back. But trying to find a one-way, and he actually finds it, but doesn't find any players in it. Steel waiting for his chance there, waiting for 3-Day to back him up as well, but there's still one more smoke, and storm is refreshing it, which means Inferus, well, they don't really have an opportunity there. Yeah, and this is the first round of the overtime, going into the pocket of Storm next, and pretty much the same where we left off with. And yeah, Inferus, this banana aggressions, they haven't worked out. I feel like they've done it like about 4 times, and it worked out once. You know, it works out on a good day, and usually it's just a waste of utility, waste of a player you need later on into the round to make a retake happen, and that's just how it has been going so far. This time it's 3A2B from Inferus, so probably no aggression onto Banana, but well, they are still running up these nades, and Tash leads up a lot of damage, but Storm is taking their time. They just position themselves nicely, all the same, you know, all the same through their playbook. Over to LB, get that sandbags control, wait for the other players, play for that passive aggression, get force the CTs as much back as possible, try to punish their early peaks, their early aggressions, and more often than not, it has worked out for Storm next, and it's been working out pretty well. We're going to see an exact replica of the last round, possibly, but no, Sir Fuchs, and no, they lose more players. Storm next, this is not a good position to be in. Sir Fuchs eats up more damage, is only on 15 HP, and Tash gets taken out by Steel. This is a very bad position for Storm next, and it is very likely they're going to lose this round. They don't have a clear passage onto site either, because Danish already covering short. They're pulling themselves back over to Banana. They could absolutely make that plant happen if they take care of 3-Day, who is just sitting there, rid of all problems. But these problems are going to run in now. There is still a backing them up now as well. That flash is going to run in, but 3-Day doesn't even need it. He just takes them down dry. Sir Fox already dropping, and there's going to be Stairless. Doesn't even get a trade with 16 all. And yeah, almost the same what we saw in Vertigo. It's like no more unusual buys there. Inferus not going with a dual up. Storm next usually doesn't follow that religion anyway, so we'll see a pretty classic setup here. Demonic finds an interesting opener to Hakim, who was head-on rushing into apartment. Spiker gets the trade, but Danish gamer gets Spiker, who it is incendiary. So Harb next currently 1 man short against Inferus, and well, they haven't really cleared anything either. They are very much short on utility. That B side is very difficult to take with only 1 smoke and 2 players there. They're throwing it down now, and that was a good flash. 3-Day was flashed completely out of there, so they can get 1. There is 1 player rushing in, but Tash very fast on the trigger and sends Steel just sliding down on the tiles floor. 3-on-2, and well, Inferus, they need to make that. They need to make that retake happen. There are no excuses. It's overtime. They make a rebuy happen anyways. You just have to commit to it. You have to make something happen. You have to grab the bull by its horns. And there is Brandvan already taking a lot of damage. Demonic finally firing through the smoke. They are eating bullets left and right. Stairless gets Brandvan down, but Demonic immediately finds Stairless, and Demonic, well, he's trying to locate the bomb to defuse, but that's not going to happen. Switch of sides, and Storm next is in the lead, 17 to 16, and only 2 rounds more for them. it could be 2-0 for them, and that could be all. I mean, what a comeback it was for them on the second half already on Inferno, and now they've been going steady on overtime as well. And there it is, storm actually with a dual op, Surfhooks and Stairless both. And I mean, in Inferno it's good. Like I said, you can have both one on top mid, one on B, but that calls for aggression, and that might be punishing them right now. They eat up a lot of nade because they have been positioning themselves very up forward and just welcoming all that blow force coming in from Infer's side. Brown kind of grinded to a halt right now. Inferus, they don't want to initiate too fast either. Most of them all gathered on banana. Of course, there's still Friday checking back, and ooh, there might be something. I mean, Friday is down there on underpass, and there were players checking into mid, but looks like storm next took away their attention from it, trying to regroup on B site now because that strike is imminent and they are gonna smite it any second now. Inferus is raining in, flooding in, they're taking a lot of damage from these incendiaries. Danish gamer drops to 13, Spiker gets 2 kills, Demonic provides 1 to get rid of Spiker, gets second, it's an aerial battle, Surfhooks finds another one, Huckham, nobody has found him, and he gets double to put storm 1 round away from winning this series 2-0. The player with the least amount of kills, but probably the least amount of impact so far. But man, he definitely provided now. Looking at the kill bar as well, because they haven't really had time for it. Well, everybody's very equal. I mean, Storm next, 3 players on 26 kills each. Stairless, Surfhooks, and Spiker all. And almost the same all on Inferus Academy, just to prove how equal and how straightforward this game has been. Surfhooks, 6 flashed kill onto Friday, and well, that's already something, you know, something small to celebrate. You can't celebrate the victory yet, but that is already something good to think about. You know, you can't get complacent, but you know you have 1 man up. You got an AWP out of play, and that's already a big matter. First of all, they're thinking things through now. They can't call a timeout in the middle of the round, and that might be just them running against a wall here because they don't exactly where Storm next are, how big of a defense they side has. There's going to be a 3-on-3 there. Still against Tash, which is huge. The pit player is taken out of the fray, and that is very big. Surfhooks with an excellent flick down to Stila, who dropped from balcony. It's a good trade, but Brandvarm enters, gets Surfhooks down. Danish is supporting him now. Huckham falls, and they're coming in from other sides. Spiker is still standing, but it's now Stairless moving in with an AWP. It's going to be a very difficult retake with an AWP. Oh, it's still the smoke wall is up there as well, and there's 1 more smoke to replenish it if they want to. Should be Inferus's round for all means, unless Stairless really pulls something out of this. Well, he's slowly moving in. He knows where 1 player is now. And the splash goes over the top. He responds with an incendiary. But that smoke quickly gets rid of that. And there's a straw player, and there's Danish player getting rid of Stairless. Inferus still fighting back, getting that T side. And I mean, this Inferno map, it's only been T-sided. This has been 98% T-sided. There's been almost no CT rounds. CT side does not exist in this matchup. Once again, more standard buy from Storm next. They tried with the double AWP, but now it's Surfhooks only on the AWP, the sole privileged one. And they're already eating up a little bit of damage. Surfhooks took it, I guess it was from an early nade. The front arm opens it up against Tash. This is huge. Surfhooks finds Demonic. A good response. And Storm next, well, they need to keep those coming because Inferus won't stop anytime soon. Friday is moving on like a freight train. Surfhooks taken out. And they could very well move that bomb over to a site which is clean and clear. It's only Spiker there trying to cover all corners by himself frantically. We're gonna see Ron being the entry here. The frags are moving in. Friday gets Spiker down, so once again, oh, it's all crashing down for storm next now. There's only Hucken standing. Can he do it against 4? I don't believe it, but maybe he can make me become a believer here. Well, his pace is not really too quick to make it happen anyways, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be moving into second overtime already. He's gonna get a single player. He does actually gets delayed down, but just a trade, and he's only one player. So we're moving into second overtime. We're starting off from a clean sheet, pretty much from ground zero, and yeah, this is what a matchup this has been. Honestly, I think no best of threes have gone to 2 overtimes this season yet. So these two sides are inseparable, honestly. Storm next, this time they are back with their dual op setup, and well, it didn't do them all too good. One of these ops is gonna get taken out fast. Then it's just one player less. Inferus in a more offensive position to utilize the op if they want to pick it up, and this is one of the bad sides. So one of the cons of using dual op setup on the CT side and Inferno. Fearless already took a lot of damage, as we can see there, and yeah, an interesting setup from Storm in their boiler. Actually, I mean, are they thinking of pushing up there as well, or are they just hoping to welcome someone on top mid really like that? Because well, Spike obviously trying to get information from inside. There is one player crawling out the boiler room, but I think he hasn't made any noise that being run while Spiker gets him down, but Surflux went down anyways on the other side of the map, which was not too good. It's most likely not going to be a banana take, but it seems like it because the bomb is being moved up in there, and well, it's just Friday and Demonic trying to apply some pressure on top mid. Tash gets Demonic with a nade. That's a cheeky move right there. But Friday is still standing. He's still crossing the road, and Spiker just missed that little window opportunity to spot him. Now he's moving over from CT side to B to close these two Storm next players on B side completely off. Oh, and he's trying to welcome Tash there, who's moving in, and he is completely clueless. So what's going to strike him? But look at this Danish gamer is forced back because Sailor went down. B site is secured for Storm right now, but this is going to be Spiker all for nothing right now. He has to take at least one. It's 9 seconds remaining. He misses the shot. What was he doing? Oh, that was a very bad spray by him. Danish gamer survives on solely 1 HP. Huckham and Cyril is coming in from different directions. There's really no crossfire in there. 3 days covering short. Meanwhile, they have to secure that smoke as well because they don't have a new one to replenish it. 3 day, well, they are really confused because Storm could be striking from any side. Danish is actually checking into apartments. That was the right move as Huckham falls. And so might Stairless with his AWP because there's no opportunity for him to really move in there with it, and there is 3 day getting him down and putting Inferus into the lead. Oh boy. Look, I really don't want to see a third overtime, so I'm not gonna say that Inferus can win this one, but someone should really choose to close this one off quick and make it as painless as possible, both for the opponent and for us viewers, because this is it's just rope pulling at this point. I mean, pretty much the same. Also, it's Inferno, so we really don't see anything new. We don't see anything weird. Demonic does get Huckham. Very aggressive play from Tees with an AWP, but I mean, on Banana, if it's so uncovered and it comes crashing down for Storm next, they lose all their players. It's just Surfux and Spiker standing. They're on such bad positions. It's only Surfux with the AWP. Can he do anything with it? He gets... No, he doesn't even go. Well, he does get Demonic. This is the shot with an AWP, but makes... covers his mistake with the kill with the newest speed, but that's just going to be it. I don't think he has any say in it. He's down to 30 HP, and there goes a 3-day once again, trying to get the top kills award as well. He's currently tied with Sir Fox on 30, interesting enough. Other low kill game it has been, honestly, considering we're so late into it, and most players are rather low. That just shows how balanced it has been. At this time, Inferus are going in full swing. Now they're confident. Now they know what they can do, because their T side was just, well, it was even more effective. They had 7 rounds in a row, and they're putting it all up there. Look at this. 3 kills in a row, and there is no hope whatsoever for Storm next. It all comes crashing down. It's only Tash standing. It's only him and his MP9. For him, yeah, it's just going to be his companion here against 5 Ps, and that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be good. Inferus. It's now a do or die round. They have enough match points to make it happen, but they need to. 21-18, Inferus. Oof. Storm next back on that T side, obviously. They did a very good job with it on the last overtime. Talking about it like it was far in the past, because there are just so many events going back and forth in each of these rounds. It's a complete roller coaster. It's just a blender of trades and plants and retakes. It's crazy to see that all. Maybe we'll see a painless finish to this match, but then we're still gonna have to see Nuke, and well, guess we're gonna have to find out who's the best on a neutral map then. There's still something to work out here for Inferus. They have to put up a good CT side here at least. You know, 1 round is good enough. That's all it takes right now to close it off. But very much freedom given to Storm next. They can very easily scour through top mid. They have a little presence here. Corners are covered, obviously, by Inferus. Looking at the boost as well on quad. Looking at all the corners, but Stack doesn't stop Tash from getting Brandrom down. It was a good flash as well. Truth be told, Danish gets 2. It's a good trade. Since he goes 2-on-1, Huckham gets Steel A down, so Storm next. They are putting it all up once again on their T side. They can't really decide which side to take. A is closed down. There's one player actually on pit side, and I think Tash knows that because he is very focusing on it. There is that smoke as well. They don't have more utility, but 3 days taken out, so they can fully focus on Demonic now, who is still holding an AWP. So you may never know what's gonna come out from that magic hat, but I do not think that there is much opportunity for him to do anything. Tash was just so focused on him, like a watcher looking at a defenseless rabbit in the corner, and Storm next pulling it back up once again. Well, they need to win 2 in a row now to force another overtime. I hate to say this, but it could be happening. It could absolutely be happening. Also, finally, we're seeing more balanced buys on CT side now that the A1S got a slight nerf. We saw more usual M4 being used, and Steel A involves himself in a trade. Tash, a very good key piece, is taken out. Demonic gets another one. Brandworm gets Stairless. Brandworm gets another one. Spiker still fighting against 3, but that's it. 22-19. Inferus wins their map pick of Inferno. We are moving to Nuke, everybody. This is huge. It's 1-1 so far, and overtimes on both maps. Ooh. I guess this is, well, we're going to be waiting on Nuke. Don't you go anywhere if you're still watching the stream, and I guess we're going to be taking a very short break as well, just as usual between the maps, and we are back very, very shortly.
Getting on top of each other, and that's why they split them out on the minimap. Yeah, I think their presence will be spotted. We got a player on top, and has he been spotted though? He smoked himself off. That's a very tricky one. They are not even attempting to spray him down. Monkey on top, my god! That's his move. Goodbye, everybody. 3 frags, make it 4. My god, almost the ace. And that's gonna be the round for Team HPT. What a miraculous play by him.
Kind of shot up there. I thought he a little bit shaky there, but Jill, but 2 kills apiece from that round. No, 1 kill apiece. Demonic gets the collapse onto Cassie and Daisy. It's a 1v2 against an orphan and a rifler. No, it's a 2v2. My apologies. But they look like they're both stacking up CT.
Can Demonic just finish off this round the way he just entered it? There's another. It's gonna be 1 more left. It's against Bart. Can he finish it off? No, he misses the shot. Come on, you've demonstrated skill. That's the skill you want to see.
Well for Yorick.
I think honestly, like, the fakes are pointless. Like, they doesn't affect anything. Like, no one is even moving. Will you repeat? Yeah, absolutely. What a beautiful shot there. Eppa will save it. And gets another one.
Double.
And then knows the
third. And gets a 4th. Epra.
He just wants to end this game.
Getting the first one, Swagger with AWP on the counter side. He's gonna deny that triple man right there. Bart waiting for the player to shoot out his gun. He misses the first shot. He's gonna connect the second, and he does. And he's gonna go for more. Goodbye, Swagger. Perfect trigger discipline to shut them down.
So if you all line up in that one spot, they're destined to lose here. But actually, the Molotov. Is he frozen?
They don't want him to. No. They don't want them to get such a high kill reward.
Okay, I see.
Smart play.
I thought my computer froze for a second because he literally stopped like a bot.
I'm trying to be, as nice and positive as possible. But Ribbon are
This game so far has been the eco round. My goodness. I mean, every team is just...
Here. As one crosses, he gets the kill. To Demonic.
There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Woo-choo. 90 grid, no scope, no problem.
Will still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark and around on Zubok. Get the cross in a retake. Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from PewDiePie? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. PewDiePie with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair from and he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah, he's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has
huge.
to clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid Series 3-1
Hello guys,
on
and welcome
Inferno.
back to the series between storM Next and Inferus Academy in the Contenders League of the Volpid Series. And I'm your caster Ryan Rumbles. If you're only joining us now, then it's probably been the tightest game ever in the Volpid Series. We've had an incredible back and forth, 2 maps, starting with Vertigo, which went on to overtime, and then Inferno, which went on to 2 overtimes. storM Next and Inferus both won their map picks, so we'll see how it will all unravel on Nuke, which is going to be the decider, honestly, for Inferus. It's a bit of a weaker map. I think they've lost all of their games on Nuke on ECA. Can't really charge storM Next, because I believe it hasn't really been played a lot in the Volpid series this season, but we'll see it here. And it's a very interesting map. I feel like we could even, maybe, if we're lucky, we could see a very much of a stomp here. But these teams have been absolutely inseparable. They've been just together in everything so far, and we should be kicking off very soon as well, until all the players have typed in the ready command. I want to see how many of you are still watching this as well, because that stream has been on for 3 hours already, and it's only the start of the 3rd map right now. So it's pretty crazy, but looks like there's plenty of you here watching this. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna be starting any second now, and warm up has ended, so we're moving over here, and obviously we're gonna have a nice round because this is the deciders. We'll see. Knife rounds on Nuke are pretty fun. There have been very interesting strategies to knife rounds. I've seen on ECA where some teams go full on garage top. Some go full silo, whatever. Here we see a very classic battling it out through the middle, and looks like storM Next already found the right spot to get everyone down, and it's just Demonic standing last. So it's storM who won the round, so they're staying obviously on the CT side. Surprisingly, on Inferno, though, the CT side didn't matter whatsoever. Both teams had incredible dominance on just the T sides. In fact, I think those sides won their T sides 11-4, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's pretty. It's a bit unusual. It's a bit weird to see, but maybe we'll see something like that on Nuke as well. Who knows? Inferus did started off on the T side, obviously, on Inferno as well. So we're gonna see how it starts now. 2 sets of dualies in the hands of storM Next, and this is interesting. You don't see that a lot. One of them already being dropped over from the upper part of A site, and well, that's going to be it, I guess. Inferus gets a very fast bomb plant. storM Next kind of pushed out of sight. Surfolk still trying to make his way in from heaven, but it's not really working out. Spiker very much out of position with his duel. He's trying to make his way into Mini, but it's probably not going to work out, honestly. Just crouching there, watching them. That's Gray 3-day down, but there is still a immediately following up, so there's that. And looks like another technical pulse has been called, and man, these have been ever present. This is the 3rd this night, and I feel 1 for each map now, am I right? But I think there's even been a 4th, which was a fake technical pulse, so let's see what caused this one now. Oh god, this is going to be a record-breakingly long game, I feel like. no indication of what's going on either, so just gonna have to see. Maybe someone was late to the toilet as well. That counts as a technical pause, possibly. It sure isn't tactical, I have to say. The eyes are currently paused as well, but it looks like storm's not going with anything crazy. Well, I'm pausing now, and Inferus as well. They don't really seem to be committing with anything much, which is surprising. They have a lot of money. They're still the dualies, but now they're finally buying. They have an 8K. They have a Galil now, and it's also Steel you can buy. So there's three Mac 10s in fact. So Inferus are absolutely gunning in with all the firepower now. Storm next going with Deagles and an MP9 as well in the hands of Hakim. Hakim trying to get early control of Trophy Room actually, and that might be good, but he doesn't even get one player. Demonic getting Surf Hooks as well. Spiker runs in from behind, which is a good cut. Gets Steel A, but that just might be it, honestly. They already dropped down, but that's still not good enough. Spiker continues on, gets Danish as well. Demonic has to check the Trophy Room, but Ash is there, gets that one tap through the wall, and Brandon Friday just left wondering how's it all gone so long? How has it gone on so wrong with them holding the rifles? There's a lot of time left on the clock, however. There's a whole round minute for them to just cross the outside of the map and maybe go downstairs. I know they're trying to cut inside, and Tash just crawls into them on not expecting them whatsoever. The stairless gets Brandvarm, Friday gets ready for the duel, and well, there's also Spiker standing, so it's going to be a 2-on-1. Friday against two half HP enemies. It's going to be tough, and they both peek him at the same time, and definitely get the round against Inferus as well. Stealing a Galil, they are going to buy a little bit as well. They can now save a bit of money as well after getting all the utility up and going with fucking being trusted with the Mac 10 there. Inferus going for that outside presence. 4 players, in fact, outside. They are taking damage from the Incendiary as well, but they are not really scared away by that. They have got the smoke ball down and making their way downstairs already very fast and very smooth. And there's no resistance actually in their way so far. Hakim only now exits the vent and doesn't connect the Macton spray with anyone. Tash is, however, in place, gets 3-day down, and now they've already dropped down. Everything's okay? Well, not okay. Instead, they've brought the bomb back over. No, I'm sorry, Danish has it, who is still on B. And it's a bit difficult right now. They have to divide the players. They have to get that attention together. And Danish is not going back upstairs right now either. They are trying to reposition themselves there. No, they're backing off, actually. They're going upstairs. They're trying to trick Storm next. They're trying to move away, but there's still 2 players upstairs for Storm next. They know what might be coming. Nobody's really focused on Secret, however, so Ash is very much out of position in that equation right now. But Inferus is he's wasting a lot of time right now as well. They pretty much only have flashes, and it's pretty hard to take A site, honestly, with that from outside. Demonic does get touched down, so that's a very good opener for them. Strippers gets 2, but it doesn't get the 3rd. Hakim is standing with only 3 HP. Demonic, well, he can easily plant the bomb, but can Hakim make it on time is the question, and he just finds the timing to do so. Demonic smokes Mini, hoping to find that little window of time to plant the bomb, but Hakim was just there like a little goblin, came up and stole the opportunity from him. Storm next to taking the lead, getting some more guns for themselves, and continuing on the run. Was going with single deagle, being coupled by the 4 themselves on T's side. Inferus all over the place right now. They're trying to gain control of Trophy Room as well. They are pushing into Ramp Room. There's actually 2 seats. These are a lot more than average. And I think more than storm next playstyle should go for. But they like to get that aggression down. They already got Friday, who was pushing up a bit too much, and immediately got punished in the face for that. When I pissed around, of course, what can you do on Nuke? It's very yucky for T's to really create anything, any sort of space on Nuke. And I feel like eco rounds all around could become very dry, and these points of turnarounds. Interesting position from Demonic now. He's already downstairs. Nobody noticed him, and he's exploring around in vents. It could be an opportunity for them. If he comes in slowly, if nobody checks it, could be something. That's a very interesting point of view I'm seeing right now, because he could be making an exit here. A side is absolutely guarded, but nobody's paying any attention to me. Stairless is looking at the hut door, and well, look at this. They do have the entry ready, but Hakim and Spiker were still the more prepared side, and Stairless most Demonic down, who was the little lurker in the vent. And that nasty bug is squished as well. Storm next moving forward, 3-1 now. Inferus can force a full buy out of this. They drop back to minimal economy and minimal utility as well. They only have 3 smokes. They use 2 of them outside actually, which is a bit hasty possibly. But it's not even used for a fake. They're just trying to create some space outside. Demonic getting touched down is of course a very good opening pick, and this could lead to something more. It doesn't look like it right now. Storm has all the positions covered, but if they push too much into lobby, they could lose their lives. Hakim, well, he's taking that risk and he escapes with a kill. Very surprising, Demonic. Just, oh, what a demonic entrance that was. Opening that door and shutting Storm next down, but still is there already. Hakim found himself in a very bad position. Storm next, only 2 players standing. Spiker makes it happen. Brandvarm dropped, but still finds 1 more. Spiker drop. Sir Fox against 2 of them now. He is on a site, and it seems to be a destination for Inferus as well, but no, that bomb has to be reclaimed. It's actually standing outside here under the sunlight. Sir Fox finds Friday, but obviously they know the position of him as well now. Has to be very deadly on the aim, but no, instead Stile really faking these steps now. He is just walking in towards A, but Sir Fox, he is ice cold and he's focused on... Oh, yes, focused on Mini, but just didn't connect the spray good enough. And Stile escapes with the round, and Inferus pulling 1 back now. Well, it's scattered by from both sides right now. Storm next, maybe a bit better. Looking at the rifles, but then again, 2 AKs might outweigh these. Both sides looking pretty bad at the economy. Plus bonus is equal, so can't really say for certain what could be happening here. Spiker gets Friday, and a bit too wide was the push from Inferus. Or rather, the position from Spiker was pretty good. Instead, Demonic gets him down, so that outside presence is now fully in the hands of Inferus. But Storm next players drop down. They're trying to regain this, trying to stop them from getting into Garage, maybe getting into Secret. Sir Fox holding Garage himself right now, seeing if anybody's going to pass that little window. And that smoke still gets touched down, and it's very unlucky that they lose a lot of players in the lobby. But Sir Fox replies, and that patience pays off. It's a big virtue for him right now, getting Demonic down there. Sir Fox drops down himself, creates some space for Storm next, and getting all that map for themselves. Inferus, well, they didn't have anyone in ramp room as well, so that could be why they're scared. But outside, Inferus won't be making their way out anyways right now. They are forcing their way in there, and Steelers gets 2 with the FML spray. I think he didn't drop it once. He kept on spraying, and that was a magnificent double kill in that position, even though it was a very dirty camping position, which I would hate to see in a deathmatch. But if it wins you the round, it does. Hakim is being dropped by Stila. He has the bomb. He has all opportunities to plant, and Sir Fuchs is very much out of position. The problem is, do they know he is coming from hut? Oh, this is a bit difficult. And he hasn't planted yet. What a surprise. It took so long with it. Tried to fake Sir Fuchs out. Well, Sir Fuchs obviously knows where he is. There's no question about it. It's just going to be circling a little bit. But he is better and more accurate with his A1S and also gets the defeat right away. From next with 4th round on the board. Yeah, even the start of this new map is really nerve-wracking. I mean, it's incredible what we got to see today. Obviously, it's all up for everybody's taking Inferus. Going with 3 Mac 10s could be an outside rush, no, but they might be going to Rat Room instead. Yep, that seems to be the case for the Mac 10s. They're just running in there. Tash, a bit too late for the nade. I mean, he had a great idea in mind with oh dear, it actually hits 2 of them straight in the face. So 50 HP taken away from 2. Sir Fuchs gets 1 down. Friday, however, replies instantly, gets Tash down. Turned around, Inferus has full control of the reactor area now, and it's a bit bad. The control room is also under their control. Oh boy, it's just massacre going in there. storM still trying to find something. Steelers was the only player standing, and he was taken out, and looks like Inferus is calling for a timeout. Interesting to see why Inferus once again calling for the timeout if they have won the round, but this seems to be a common running theme. It has happened. It did happen on Vertigo. It did happen on Inferno, I believe. So yeah, it's sometimes you need to think things through. Take some views of the game. storM, they're going with minimal economy. They're still forcing some upgraded pistols in, which might not really do them any good, but they're just hoping to get some kills, hoping to get that, hoping to get a lock here, really, in this situation. Lobby aggression coming in from Sir Fuchs, and Tash fires in some shots in as well. Steelay took some damage, but not too much. Still Hakim coming in from other side, getting Steelay down, Brandvarm. And Friday, however, getting the kills for themselves. And it's looking much better again for Inferus. Instead, Sir Fuchs and Hakim causing trouble outside. Friday does a good job finding Hakim immediately. That could have ended much worse for Inferus right there. Sir Fuchs stolen one of the AKs and defending a site. Oh my god, very lucky with the spray there. Danish gamer just sitting in the corner there behind Vent, and Friday now trying to decide how exactly is the best way to reclaim this bomb, because, well, it is not an easy task, but Sir Fuchs is up for his challenge, and he's been very deadly on his aim today, that's for sure. Very accurate, and usually doesn't really misplace Crosser any single time as to defend that A site. And now it's all topsy-turvy again, Inferus this time on the eco, and there's a false scout happening in the hands of Demonic. We're gonna see what's that gonna do exactly. Sir Fuchs getting early ramp control. He's already got an AWP out, which is very promising here, but looks like Inferus, already one flickering there, and that was still a flicker to death as well. Spiker getting free day, important rifle round play. Inferus already lacking in this round. Demonic, what can he do with that scout even? He's still outside trying to find someone on the CT side of the map. He's not far off, honestly, because, well, there is Spiker pretty close by. more focused on Silo, hoping to find him. But definitely found the head of Demonic now. Doesn't want to involve himself in that conflict too early on. Just back off by some time and make Inferus force out the next move, because they don't even have the utility to back anything off. They can't make their way onto Secret without any trouble. They just have to make that right peak happen and hope for the best, really. And looks like they're making that move happen. Demonic actually fires a very good shot onto Surf Books, and he fires a very good second shot on. He almost gets another one. Spiker loses health a lot, and Steerless goes down to the Tech 9 spray. Oh, Danish Gamer gets Spiker as well. It's 2-on-1 suddenly. Danish Gamer still running, picks up the score. Can he do anything with it? Not likely, it seems. Does have the bomb, but only 20 seconds left to put it into use, just wildly spraying, expecting someone to be in mini, but it just doesn't connect this time around. Coming in from heaven, Hakim is there already. Cash is on his back. There's only 6 seconds left. Danish has to plant the right banner right now. He's already being sprayed widely, and Hakim finishes that spray well enough to get down in that round for storm next. I also want to say big props to the people who are still watching the stream. It's so late. We're over 3 hours in, and this match is nowhere near closing. So it's just gonna get wilder and wilder. We're gonna see full price on both sides, and now it's really. Not working out. Apparently, I might not be even heard, but I seem to have technical difficulties and will be calling technical timeouts until these are finished. But we should be all good now, and we should be underway once again. storm next leading 7-3 against Inferus on the deciding map that is Nuke. I'm a customer Rumbles, and we are on an absolute marathon stream tonight. They don't get tough to get the floor down fast, and Stele surprisingly took them from behind, but Stele still falls down anyway. Storm next to clear it so easily. Look at that, hut is just riddled with corpses, and Storm, well, they stormed that round, that's for sure. 8-3 now, and they secure the CT side. Question is, how good is their T side? How well are they prepared for nuke? A lot of teams don't practice nuke at all. It's a very off-meta map right now. I haven't seen it played a lot. I think the most popular ones right now have been Vertigo and Vertigo, Inferno, Mirage, all the usual ones. Yeah, we're having production difficulties, but I think our stream should be ready to continue. Demonic finds Spiker all across there, and that's a big loss there. Surfbook still gets delayed down against Nico. You should really do better. Storm has to get back into it in this round, and so Cash Styles gets 2 before going out himself. There needs to be more coming Storm next way. Yes, there is. Surfbook finds 1, and Fearless puts an end to this. Chaotic round that was actually. Storm next now find their 9th, and trying to put an end to our pains as well, trying to close this game off early. Full buys again from both sides as we see it now, and even full defuse kits. You don't see that very often, but that's just how much money Stormnex currently had amassed. Inferus, Stormnex already using some utility. Inferus well on outside, but looks like they don't want to give away their positions too much. Hakim just pushes in and gets Danish down. And, you know, these lobby kills have been the key for a lot of rounds for Stormnex, and Hakim has been really popping up on nuke. It's nice to see that. It's been a key piece to getting that A-side control and forcing Inferus back. 3-day gets her folks, however. Tash is waiting for them to re-aggress on ramp room, and that might be the case. Delay's seeing if there might be a boost somewhere in there, and very good crosshair placement from Stila to get Tash down there. Going downstairs now, no stopping from Inferus Academy. They need to make it happen. Spiker already dropping 3-day. Bit bad. Randron needs to get down fast if he wants to help him out, but no, Sterless gets him down before he drops onto the lower floor, and that could be the round very easily. So Inferus a bit all around the place. Demonic is very close to A site, but he's a bit paranoid. He wants to just all out go, and Hakim gets rid of Stele as well. Storm next, obviously closing him down any second. Anticipation is sky high for Demonic right now. He's waiting for them to walk in any second, but decides to plant the bomb and now focus himself in lobby. Is it the best position, really? Looks like nobody's coming that way, surprisingly. Both players coming in from heaven, you know, in some, all the players coming in from heaven. In some cases, it might not be the best, but in this round, they can definitely make it happen unless Demonic getting 2, and he's in a bit of a mole position here. He can, the wall bang, oh lord, it nearly got Sterless down to no HP whatsoever there, but Hakim rushes inside with his 12 HP and becomes the hero once again. Storm next needs, and 10-3 is their lead now, and they better not let that go once again. Another full buy round. It's been very balanced so far, despite the scoreboard. I mean, Inferus, they've had a lot of opportunities. They made their way onto sites. They have very good rotations. They don't have very good key location of holding. They don't hold ramp room very well. This time they are putting effort onto completely clearing ramp room, and there was nobody in there. So surprisingly, they get it all down for themselves, and it's just Ash and Sterling standing. Inferus, that was a very effective round for them. Very clean, efficient, productive. Still getting Sterless as well. Now it's just Tash against the world, and I don't think it doesn't even really want to find any trouble there. It does go out with a trade. that's at least something good from this round. But still, Inferus turning it round now. storm next. Bit of a bad economy, forcing some stuff out. 3 MP9s and an M4. But if that round doesn't work out for them, it's going to be pretty rough. And looks like another technical pause has been called. I wonder for what reason now exactly. And Friday says that it has been his FPS that has caused some problems, but we might be unpausing now in a second. Well, yeah, this game, even though this matchup, even though it has been incredible, really to look at, has been very equal all the way through. It's been riddled with a lot of technical pauses, a lot of interruptions, which is sad, but looks like we might be starting off now. So, 10-4, storm next in the lead on the deciding map on the CT side. What can they do here? Hampered by against Inferus all AKs, and overall, if Inferus wants to, they can definitely rush in. They have taken control of ramp room very well, better than they have taken control of outside. I believe there's always that one player. Usually it's Spiker outside who they have had problems with. Social this time decides to just rush in there. Huckham as well, together with Spiker. They all try to aggress. They get one player, but that's not just good enough because they lose two themselves. Ash was in a bit of a bad position. Danish gamer was waiting for him on the roof and expects to see more there, but they're not following up. Huckham gets Friday down with a stolen AK. Both of them going with stolen rifles. This is very good. Huckham gets another one. Brandvarm is fouled. It's 2-on-2 situation suddenly, and the bomb hasn't even been picked up by the terrorists. Demonic trying to find a clear passage to it and expects to see Huckham there, which he finds. Stairless gets him down instead. And now it's just going to be a game of chess. Which door will it choose, the left or the right one? Stairless instead opts to go to decontamination room and goes a long way, actually, which is interesting. He obviously doesn't know there might be someone coming in from the backside, but walks back in. Danish already lost his composure. Gets him down, and storm next 11-4 in the lead, and that ends the first half. Looking at the scoreboard and Killboard, particularly Steely and Demonic in the lead, despite being behind score-wise, 18 and 17 kills respectively. That's pretty impressive, to say the least. Also, both have flashed 4 enemies. Inferus should really pick themselves up now. I think we saw from the player cams as well after Inferno was won, after so many struggles. They really rejoiced, and I mean, right now I feel like that mentality has been once again lost a little bit. They want to find their way back into this game, and that CT start needs to be very clean. But surprisingly, they have left the side completely unguarded. storm get a very free plant there. Danish gets there very late, and well, okay, Spiker gets just taken out as cleanly as that. And there goes Surfux as well. Huckham still finding something, and Huckham can't buy any more time there. Stairless gets Brandvarm down. They're trying to go for the defuse, but they're still Stairless mixing up the cards a little bit. Stairless still trying to find 3-Day through the smoke, but the shot connects a little bit too late. Decides to go for the USP, but just didn't work out. And Inferus, they get the defuse and the round for themselves. Of course, storm got a lot of money from that round as well. Because A, they planted the bomb. B, they got a lot of kills, which is very, very good from a pistol round in which you lose. Especially on T side, even if you plant the bomb, you know, that's half the round won already. They can already invest into Galils and an AK. Arguably a better buy than what Inferus has right now, but they struggle on the utility front, so they're still opting to go for B site. Danish is here early, and he's reading them right now. The question is how ready are storm next to follow up with the plan, or are they gonna opt to go outside instead? Looks like they're still going forward, maybe going into the vent even. Stila is having trouble stopping them all and pulls back into the site. I think Storm should have the memo now that the site is being completely guarded and they are trying to make their way on towards A. Brandworm is up there, but Hakim already surprises him. Demonic is quickly pulling upstairs into heaven. Friday gets Hakim down, and that's good enough to stop the initial rotation. Storm is kind of stuck between two fires. They don't know what to do, where to move the bomb exactly. Spiker is just stuck in the middle of underground. It's really difficult to make anything happen in this position. And there's still a smoke left for Storm to use in a molly, possibly better to use on B site, honestly. And this, they are doing it, but there comes flying in on CT already, that being Stila. He's not being stopped whatsoever. There is still Tash in play, but not so long. Sterlis finds one more trade. That's going to be it. As bomb is going down any second now. Surf is being very careful, but he doesn't watch it back. 3-Day gets him out. Oh, there's still one more. Demonic, and he's the last man standing, but he also needs to defuse the bomb. Ops 2 switches out the guns as well because he has so much time remaining on the clock on that bomb, and that's 6th round for Inferus Academy. $11-6 now on nuke between Storm Next and Inferus Academy, and the show that has been never ending on the previous two maps seems to be going on full force now as well, because Inferus is picking up their pace on the CT side. Storm Next going with a very similar buy that they had on the last one, also Galil's an AK and a Mac-10, and Inferus with pistol and gun, but pretty much the same standard buy as well. 3-Day trying to find something with a spam, didn't work out too well. Spiker did take some damage. Storm Next once again making their way downstairs. Inferus, well, they are in positions to stop that push. Once again, they have men planted on B site. This is clear. 3-Day as well, checking outside if anybody's on the lurk. Trash is going to get flashed and might get pushed, but he's going to fall back a little bit. Gets one down. Does he get the second? No, he doesn't. The steps are stopping him a little bit, and it feels like Inferus got lucky here. Brandvarm continues on with the spray and gets 2 more, and even Surfer said that lucky shot. 7th round for Inferus now, and that was lightning fast, and that pushes Storm Next down to an eco round finally. They wasted 2 rounds with rifles, and they gifted these rounds both to Inferus. And even the map control seems still very equally shared between the two. Storm Next as well, having covering a lot of ground. They don't play so much outside as Inferus did. Going for that ramp room instead, and they clear it very well. Stila and Danish Gamer to get taken out. I mean, on an eco, that is very good. Still, Cash firing some warning shots there. 4-on-3, they need to secure that. Oh, well, it's tough now. Brandvarm already in place there, but Deacon is smoked. He's nading out, trying to find someone, and Brandvarm somehow escapes with his life there. 18 HP, even though he was attacked by Hakim from behind. It's 2-on-2 situation now. Demonic has full view of the site, and Surfbooks is out of it. Oh, and just Surfbooks couldn't make it happen. Brandvarm and Demonic, they're just too deadly together, and here comes the 8th already for Inferus, and at this rate, once again, we're moving into another overtime. I'm calling it now. Full AK by this time from Storm Next, no fooling around here, and well, you could say almost a full AK buy from Inferus as well, thanks to these stolen guns, and Demonic on the AWP. usual, Danish already positioning himself in ramp room. Incendiaring off trophy room as well, so not a lot of options for Storm early into the round. You just have to play for patience. A nade flies in and Fearless can't react in time. Trying to smoke their way in it, and this might actually work out. Fearless flash in, and they're gonna clear the room. But can they get Danish Gamer down is the question. He's playing around the smoke very smartly, and he waits for Spiker to attack the smoke, gets him down and replenishes the smoke, gets Sterilus as well. Excellent play from Danish Gamer, and there's Demonic backing them up from outside as well, and there's Danish Gamer providing the touch that they need to finish this round off. 9th round already for Inferus Academy, and they've been going non-stop on the CT side now. Fifth consecutive round already. The standard buys once again coming into play. Looks like outside presence is being shown by Storm next this time. Smokes are going down. There's also a solo presence up there in the name of Tash, but the question is how are they going to play around it? There are actually not a lot of CTs outside, and they can make a clean way downstairs. But, well, it's not handled too well. They lose a man in the trade. The opening player being dropped puts a big stall onto your plans while moving into B. You know, when you're discovered, when you're just hampered already, you need to readjust. You can't really move on forward so easily. But they've also left Surfhooks and Tash all the way back anyway, so they're probably just focusing on playing it patient right now. All the flashes, all those smokes are being saved right now. Now one is being used on Mini, so possibly they're trying to go make it over a long way outside, but Demonic gets Spiker down. It's not looking good for Storm next at all. Losing players slowly in the process, trying to achieve something. Surfhooks trying to get very slowly, and well, he kind of achieves the goal there. Gets Demonic even down in heaven, which is very good. Opens up a lot of pathways there for him, and might even get Brandworm and Friday, who are close by, but they are, well, closer to lobby, to be honest. So Surfhooks does get Danish Gamer down, which is good. He's 1 against 2. As a T, you're more in a defensive position. You don't have the bomb, which he does now, but it's really no way they are coming from. One is already going the long way outside, that being Brandworm, and they're both going to attack actually from Mini side. It's going to be tough for Surfhooks, but Friday takes care of him, and that's the 10th round for Inferus already. Going to be a timeout once again for Inferus, and it seems to be a running thing for them every time they are insecurely. They're calling a timeout, taking their timeout literally in the most general sense, and just talking things through, taking a little pause, and stopping the huge motion in the game. If I compare this to the first map, that was the Vertigo, I feel like it's much more balanced, much more calm, and calm and complete from both sides, because Vertigo was exactly back and forth. Like I said, it was every second round was something else, and now Inferus, they're looking more sure of themselves. They're going with a dual op setup once again, and on nukes this could be well, this could be pain or absolute gift, considering where you put them. Looks like one is definitely going up there, and the other being positioned obviously ramp room, but no contact found by either side. All of them actually lining up towards trophy room. Now Danish Gamer finds only one, that being Surfhooks, but there are the rest of them there. Danish Gamer fighting off all of them. Sterilus gets Demonic down finally, but there is still Danish Gamer up, and Friday fights away. One more rushing into hell as well, so it is a very tough plant situation for Storm, if they can even plant in this situation, because Spiker is, well, he's forced into the crossfire in there, and that bomb is presented nicely with a napkin to Brandworm, and Tash has to make something happen there. Does get front arm, so it's going to be a bit more unknown one-on-one situation. And Friday waiting on the stairs already. He knows what's going to happen, what's going to come at him, and gets dashed down. It's 11-11, all fair and square once again. And the CT side of Inferus looking very good, mighty good, looking like the T side on Inferno did. 7 rounds in a row, and there might be even 8th because storm next push down on an eco, going with Deagles, Tech 9s, and just the utility you'd expect to get by with in such a round, but which might not really give you any real advantage, or to be honest. There are loads exploding everywhere around the map. Hakan still takes care of Brandvarm, and well, still Inferus taking the sure lead in this round. Jill is still standing and finds Danish Gamer. You could hear the headshot just going splash into the head of Danish Gamer, but yeah, that was just a lovely pat on the back, because Inferus take the lead now. 8 rounds in a row, and storm next have to figure a way out of this mess. Early A control from Inferus, leading their way in, denying any possible entry from storm next. But looks like storm not really focused on ramp room either. It's already been smoked, so they don't want to aggressive, they don't want to push it, they don't know what could be waiting for them on the other side, you never know. But yeah, most of Storm's players just staying on lobby, being very careful around ramp room as well. They don't want to fall into pieces, they don't want to line up for a nasty AWP shot to hit them. And I mean, we know what these collaterals can do. We know it from Stila himself with the Deagle, and Sterlis dies to. Oh, well, sorry. Sterlis died. The only other thing was Friday gets Spiker down. Is the 3-on-2. Suddenly, it all went down. Still, Storm very much out of place. I'm trying to sneak that bomb in there, but doesn't take Brandvarm into account, who was sitting on hot, and sends him back on the ground. Surfix. Well, there could be some opportunity to steal some kills there, but still saving it off in that situation could be even harder. He's trying to make... oh, he misses that shot. That was surefire. Gets Friday finally, but... Well, if he could have hit the first one, maybe he could have reacted faster to Brandvarm's creep as well, but... There goes that. Inferus already 2 in the lead now, 13-11, and if it continues on like that, they will just finish this game off with a flawless CT side, which would be very unusual to see coming off the back of that wild T-sided Inferno, but it's looking more real than ever. 3-Day definitely going for that aggressive outside control together with Stila. And they're ready to welcome them. Already Sir Fox taken care of, sent down from Silo. Still the Spiker following up. There is so many players losing their lives from Storm next side. Buckham is fighting back with the Tech 9, pushing Stila back, and Frede as well, but no, Frede is not giving up. Gets Hackam and gets Tash as well. And that is 14th for Inferus. And could be a game over soon, honestly, unless Storm next really pick themselves up from the dust now. It's been a disgusting CT side from Inferus, honestly. I mean, Storm next haven't had a second to breathe. They've had opportunities to plant, and they had very good opportunities, but still retakes have been very clean from Inferus, and Brandvarm and Demonic, they've been extremely on point right now. Danish Gamer at times as well, guarding the ramp room. Demonic already in position to see if anybody crossed a line of smokes. Yes, they did. They've all made it downstairs, and not a lot of resistance there, in place, in position. But Delay is there, trying to lock himself in there with the smokes, and Incender is waiting for backup to arrive. Danish Gamer already making his entrance. He is so good playing around B-side. Surfer Spiker immediately drop it. And, well, rest might be following up any second now. Sterless still fights back. Gets Danish Gamer actually from the side. And, well, Huckham below their in decontamination room. There are still Tash and Sterless also standing, but from the vent, here comes Delay and Demonic and Brandworm teaming up once again as usual. There is nothing Tash can do. He's still good for one. I'm sorry. Maybe he can get one more. Delay is very low, but he's hiding himself. Brandworm and Friday probably the closest Tash is gonna go to with contact. And well, it's just a nervous play. Tash gets Brandworm as well. If he makes his way onto site, it could be a big win already. Friday is guarding the doors. He's smoked and is trying to sneak his way in there. He doesn't know exactly where everybody is. Delay is right behind these boxes and gets him down. 15-11 now. Going to be a tactical pause called by Huckham. It could be too late into the game now because they are forced into this round. Look at this, Mac 10 in the hands of Huckham, and it's really not looking good right now. storm next suddenly find themselves on the other side of the coin. They fought so well, they nearly went 2-0 in the series by the end of Inferno, but the overtimes were in the end won by Inferus. This time, however, Inferus absolutely dominating the CT side of Nuke. They have surprisingly been excellent on it, I have to say, and it could very well be over in this round. A Galil and Mac 10 being the discount buys on storm next side, and this is absolutely a do or die round. storm next obviously has come back from these situations. They did so on Inferno as well, actually. I think it was even from 11 to 15 exactly, but still, it seems a bit surreal because they haven't had a lot of actions taken against Inferus so far. This time, actually, 2 opening picks coming their way, and this is really being turned around once again. I can't believe it. Danish Gamer and Demonic are being dropped. Inferus getting a bit nervous on that A site. Don't exactly know what to expect there. Huckham gets 3-day down. Brandworm still on hot, expecting to find someone on vent, and he sends Huckham down the ladder. Stila and Brandworm the ones holding A site then, and sorry, where's Stila? No, Stila is actually on ramp room. He's gonna fall back all the way onto heaven, possibly. He has to clear the rooms around him as well. He doesn't know there are 4 terrorists alive. You never know what's gonna happen. Surfux is being dropped actually. Oh, and that's a nasty flank coming in, but Tash still gets the kill onto Stila, and there was Terrorless actually close to being full health anyway, so Storm getting their first E-side round. They had to wait for that for a long time. Oh boy. (15-12). Inferus having another go at this, and looks like they won't be forcing fully. They're keeping something in there. Only a Deagle in the hands of Danish Gamer and some more utility to back that off with. Inferus going with a more tactical approach, but Demonic already getting some hooks down. Maybe it's working out. Spiker with an explosive entry to ramp room gets Danish Gamer flying into the wall there. Demonic gets Spiker once again. Focusing too much on the dead bodies there. Huckham finds Delay and Inferus not too much forcing to the wall, just looking for these trades all around and to finish this one off because they know Storm next are with their back turned against the wall. Hash very careful clearing ramp room. He is scared of everything at this point. Demonic is close by as well, and he gets Tash. An excellent performance from Demonic this round, and Brandworm closes it off. It's 16-2 on Nuke, and suddenly this series is over. Inferus Academy are the winners, 2-1, and that qualifies them to the Royal Series. That was a wild roller coaster on 3 different maps that we got to see. 2 of them were very close. Nuke were surprisingly much more Inferus-sided and CT-sided overall, but Inferus really made that gap look look much more wider than it was. I'm not sure will we have any interviews coming in as well, but I think we can. I think we can have an interview. Yeah, and we will have a player joining in for interview. It would be Money from Inferus. Welcome, man.
Hi guys, yeah. That was
Well, yeah, you seem very cheerful. I mean, that was a wild ride for sure. How did you feel by the end of Inferno? I assume you were very happy. It was kind of a relief there.
Oh man, there was a couple of moments on Inferno where I will not lie to you, I was terrified. There was a couple of times I just gave up an opening pick and I was like, oh no. Like,
yeah.
I just had to sit back and just watch it. It's the worst feeling ever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's start from the top. I mean, Vertigo was very back and forth, right? We saw everything changing every round. Were you? How ready were you for that map?
So as you may have noticed, we've been playing first of all with the stand-in.
Yeah.
Which isn't ideal. Second of all, our roster has been in flux in the last few days, and so we really have not had much practice at all.
Oh, yeah.
Vertigo, we have very little prep on, and we came into it with the mentality of this is their map pick, so obviously we're not expecting to win this, but we'll do as much as we can. We'll make them fight for it. And honestly, like there was times where I thought we could win.
Yeah.
But there was definitely they were definitely a better prepared team on Overpass on Vertigo.
Yeah.
You could see like these guys knew their one ways and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think Vertigo went well. Kind of kicking myself that we didn't manage to take it, but
yeah, we are joined by Roxleva as well, though. Former very very great player who made some great plays happen in Volpid Series already. Hello, man.
Hello.
Well, what can you say about the game? You coming in as a spectator today?
So basically, I couldn't make it today. I didn't play, but I was taking a shower while
I see you wanted to sub in mid-game, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like second game, and it turns out having a shower and having a heart attack at the same time because of the intense game that was going on the Inferno was like so weird. And on the first map, honestly, give to the boys, like it's insanely fucking close game.
Yeah.
Just comes down to a few mistakes that happens throughout the game, but still really fucking well played first map. Good job on storM's side for winning that map, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was a clean nuke for us at least.
It was a very clean nuke, yeah. The
few heart attacks, but hey, details, right? Details.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you qualified for the Royal Series, then how does that feel?
Yeah.
Your mic is fucked up right now, Demon.
Yeah.
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Even his mic got a heart attack.
Yeah, Royal Series is obviously the aim, and it's gonna be great to be against.
Yeah, thank you, R2D2.
Yeah, he's just saying all the good stuff about being there and happy to be there.
Yeah. Well, thank you for probably the best series we've had in a while for Volpid Series, honestly. Even though the stream was like, 4 hours long by now? Yeah.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, always happy to entertain, boys. Always happy to entertain.
Yeah. Oh, even Loza joined us. Hello.
Oh, Loza's come to tell us off, but...
You played very well. We should have...
Go to sleep. Bye-bye, guys. Good luck with future streams and stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, hope to see us again. Like, just wait for us to come back in it for next season. And not season, next stage, not season.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Well,
I'm gonna go now though.
Yeah. And well, thank you everybody for joining us to watch this absolute epic battle. And we'll see you guys soon. We'll have streams already tomorrow. Several in fact, so be ready for that as well. And it's going to be Caster and Rumble signing it off. Good night, guys.